My tea. So good. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. What's up, teammates? Good morning. It's morning time. Y'all know I'm a night owl. But does this really make me an early bird? Because it is like 2 o'clock in the morning here, almost 2 o'clock. Hey y'all, hey everybody. I see y'all coming in the room. Thank you, Adonis. Hey, Miss Sherry, I saw you coming earlier. Hey everybody. We got a good one tonight, y'all. We're gonna take it back a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. We're gonna uncover some stuff that maybe we overlooked about Crook Carmen, months ago. Certainly we didn't have an understanding of who she is and what she's capable of like we do now. Hey everybody, come on in the room. Susanna, hi. Dawn, hello. Cheryl, hi to you. Kimmy J, Landy Walker, Patricia Walker, hello. Good morning. Hey, Coco. Hey, Griselda. I see some regulars in here. Hey, Beverly. Lachelle. Leslie, hi. My voice is still recovering from days and days of just talking about this, and it's just it's getting better, but I'm still a little bit hoarse. Hi Betty, hi Emily, hi Sheila, hello Diamond Sapphire, Victoria, come out to play. I know that you got to be an old head. I'm gonna have to stop giving away my age in this room because on these lives, because some of the stuff they saying, you have to really be like an 80s baby to know what I'm talking about. Who knows where that comes from? They weren't saying Victoria, they were saying something else. Let me see who knows what that is. Whoever can tell me the first person I see answer where this came from, I'm gonna give you $20 in your PayPal tonight. Once we go off air, I'm not gonna navigate over there right now. Let me say it again. So there's someone in the room. Her name is Victoria. She's always here. So I was like, Victoria, come out to play. What movie is that from? You got to tell me what movies did see Young. She said it. It's The Warriors. If you have not seen The Warriors, it's a let me put you up there. Send me a instant message on Messenger so that I don't forget that you. Let me write it down too. To send you $20. That's not whatever happened to Baby Jane, but that's a really good movie too. Let me see. C Young. Send me a message, C, and I'll slide you $20. The Warriors, man. The Warriors was this movie in like the 80s. And did it come out in the 70s? I don't know, but I saw it in the 80s. And it was about this this gang, right, in New York. Yeah, I know I'm from New York. It's about this gang in New York. And there was a big gang leader, mob boss, not really a mob. He's a huge influencer across the gangs, like the leader of all gangs, got assassinated. And it was pinned on this one group, right, called the Warriors. And yeah, they were a gang, but they certainly didn't assassinate like this big global gang leader. And it got pinned on them, and they ran all through New York, all over New York on the trains, because gangs everywhere across New York, they had a price on their head. They had a target on their back. And it's so good. Every stop that they got off of, they were on a train riding through New York, trying to get uptown or wherever they were going, I forget. But they were trying to get there to give like evidence to people that they didn't do it, right? They had some kind of evidence or whatever. And like they were just being chased. They were fighting every scene. It was different gangs coming for them, like all the gangs band together to try to kill the Warriors. So one gang had them hemmed up in this building, and they had these glass bottles, like soda used to come in or whatever. They come in plastic now, and they had them on their hands, and it was like ching 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 ching, Warriors come out to play. Classic movie. You haven't seen that? What you really doing with your life? Kiki said, yes, the Warriors come out and play. Delphine said, I never heard of that. Never heard of it. I was living in Germany at the time. Anyway, enough of that. We're going to get to the real mob, the real gang banger. Yeah, I know who that is. Listen, if you're new to this page and new to my lives, welcome. We do things a little bit differently over here. Okay. First thing that I'm going to do is housekeeping. A little bit of housekeeping. We have to do it. I do it every time before I start talking what I talk about Crook and Took. Okay. I don't call her Take. She done took it up. She's took. Crook and Took. And it sounds better. Let's see. Y'all all over this Warriors thing. Let me get this bot out the room. My moderators are up and in here tonight. Please, like these bots that are coming in, just make sure you block them, not just delete them. Make sure you block them, because there's a couple of them in here I'm seeing right now. What? Block this person. Okay. All right. Let's get started. So we are gathered here today to talk about Crook, the Crook, Carmen Smith. Okay. And you all, before I even get into this, make sure, that you thumbs up this video, this live, you heart it, you do smiley, little huggy smiley thing, smiley face. Please make sure that you do that so that the algorithm can send this live even further across the web so everybody can see it, because the whole point of doing this page and doing the show is to make sure that Crook and Took and whomever else involved is exposed, that people put a magnifying glass on some of the activities, certainly of Crooks. So anyway, we're gathered here today to talk about Carmen the Crook Smith, okay? And her wife, that we know of, and she could be her fiance. We don't know that yet. I'm still waiting. Tanisha. Her name is Tanisha, but she likes to be called Tay. All right. And if you're feeling real hood, you can call her Tay Tay Tay. So Carmen and Tay has quite a few last names. So just to make sure that we're all on the same page, I'm going to run through all of the last names and all of the aliases that she has that we know of, just to ensure that we're talking about the same person. All right, here we go. So her name is Tay Aceman Costa McKinnis Harris Brown. Aceman Costa, Tosta the Pasta Rasta, Mobley. You name it, she claims it. Possibly, or soon to be Smith. I mean, she could be Smith. We don't know. But, they love to play these mind games. This is one of the reasons that I focus on them on this page. Like, I play too much, play with people's emotions and feelings. And it's just, I don't even call it playing. It's just lying at this point. Like, you say one thing, you say something else. That's called a lie. But Crook said, "Don't worry about it, sweetheart. She got it covered. She knows her past. She's going on record to say, I know everything about my fiance. I know everything about Cherry, okay? I know." No, you don't. No. No. So we don't uncover so much stuff about her on this page. It is ridiculous. So we have to do a disclaimer. We talk big boy shit over here. All right. Talk a lot of stuff. I know I do. And I look at the comments and I know you all do too. So just going over a quick disclaimer to make sure that I'm protected. My freedom of speech is protected, and yours as well. If you're making comments on this page and if you follow this page, this disclaimer is for this page and everyone on it who follows it. All right. So we, because you all definitely be in my inbox with your investigative skills. We investigate on this page any and every person of interest who presents themselves in a sketchy, shady, arrogant, hoity-toity, overly ratchet, egregiously disrespectful, and harsh manner. All right. We're no respecters of persons over here. And the information that we look up is widely available to most anyone, right? It's out there. It's on the web. And I definitely want to say this because Crook and Cook are obviously in a relationship, right? A lesbian relationship. I mean, I know Crook's a lesbian for sure. She says she's known all her life. Now, that's a whole nother story. But we do not discriminate against the alphabet community in here. I'm a New Yorker. You all already know this. And if you're new to this page, now you know. I have grown up around whites, Black, Asian, Latinas, Latinos, gay, straight, everybody. New York's a melting pot. And I have certainly marched in all the gay parades, maybe not every last one of them, but enough. Donated money to causes, and I've gotten in plenty of arguments with people who were definitely trying to, slur that group. Sometimes you're out and people are like, oh, look at that little sissy. I definitely would get in somebody's assy about that community. I have lots of friends who belong to that community. So why am I saying this? Because I may call Tay or Carmen, whomever. I may say the term dyke. I may say lesbian. I may say, look at it, whatever it may be. I'm just talking about those two people and not the entire alphabet community, the LGBTQIA+, right? I fucks with them. A person, and we also don't discriminate against a person's social or economic status. So if you're broke, rich, whatever it may be. If I say she's a broke bitch, I don't mean everybody across the world who are broke, all right? And certainly, people who have mental challenges. I have to update this. I was informed that handicap is not a socially acceptable term, right? I was told that that's a slur akin to calling a Black person not quite nigga, but Negro or colored, right? Which is the same as far as I'm concerned. You call a Black person colored, you might as well just say nigger because that's what it is. It's a slur. So we don't discriminate against people in here based off their handicap, social and economic status, and or sexual orientation. No, we don't. So I just need to make that clear because, people will run with something like, oh, she's called her a dyke. She must be, homophobic. No, don't even try it. In other words, anyone can get it. Anyone. But for the purposes of this page, we're only talking about Crook and Cook right now. Now, that may change after the year or whoever. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe they'll turn their lives around and become two nuns. And then I won't have anything to document. No, yes, I will, because Took would definitely still be sliding to get some of that, But maybe they'll turn their life around. And then at that time, I'll focus on someone else. There's plenty of them out there now that's hooking and crooking and doing all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna let them live for now, and just focus on these two. And the biggest part of this disclaimer that I definitely want to emphasize is that anything I or we, the people of my page, say on camera or on paper, okay, is alleged. It's allegedly, it's alleged, all of that. All right. Even if I'm reading directly from a court document in the courthouse with my hand on the Bible, I don't care. It's all alleged and allegedly. So I'm not going to keep saying alleged and allegedly when I'm going in on these people shortly. That's what it is. These are all allegations all the way down to all them last names she has. All right. So let's just be clear. Oh, one other thing. I'm not a judge, please. I have people in my inbox. They haven't done it lately, but I am not an attorney and I'm not a judge. So please stop asking me, oh, how are you a judge? How are you interpreting these contracts and these court documents? Are you giving advice? You shouldn't be doing that. Now, listen, I consider the people on my page to be intelligent individuals, all right? And maybe this was a rose goldie. I don't know. Clearly, I'm not a judge, right? And nor am I an attorney, but I'm not an idiot either. So when documents come out, we absolutely do break them down. I do whole PowerPoint explanations. This is the definition. Yes. So I'm not an attorney or judge, and nor do I pretend to be one. All right. So I'm not giving anyone legal advice. All right. We got that out the way. So, all right, guys. So you guys have been asking me for quite some time about what happened to Ruby. Okay. Ruby she's an African. I mean, we're African too, but she was recently born in Africa, right? Because I definitely claim my African heritage. But she's an African queen, and she was hanging out with Crook, for a while. And how she had already known about Crook, but because Ruby cooks, she's a chef too, right? Cook, chef, whatever, no shade, but and that's what they call it, Chef Ruby, the African queen, if we're being politically correct and exact in here. So they were hanging out, two people who cook. That sounds like a good combination. That sounds like that would be a great friendship, except it wasn't. Okay. It was a very one-sided relationship, with Chef Ruby getting the short end of the stick of that relationship. Chef Ruby straight, all right, and Crook is not, okay. And they actually even had a video on Valentine's Day where Crook, did make sure that she established that with the viewers. Those of us who were wondering, well, what is she doing with Crook? Because Crook's definitely a dyke. So, anyway. I see all the way I just choked. So let me set it up before we look at the video. All right. I got a couple of videos to substantiate what I'm talking about right now. So the African queen, Chef Ruby, she has her own spice line. Okay. She cooks. She had her own space in a restaurant, and her food looks amazing. All right. She cooks African cuisine, traditional African cuisine. Okay. She makes fufu, and I don't know why people was going crazy over the fufu, because fufu, I've known about fufu since I was 2. Okay. But it became something of, it's becoming, I guess, as more Black people are waking up to their heritage, because there's a difference between heritage, culture, nationality, race, ethnicity. Those are all different things. One day, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, I'm going to break them all down for you. But right now, we don't need to get into that. Chef Ruby, she cooks egusi soup, peanut butter soup, pepper goat, I would imagine, because I love pepper goat. Anyway, she cooks all these amazing African cuisines. And so Crook, one day, Ruby went to ask Crook if she could help her with her spice line, right? This was before they became like really friendly and before we start seeing them on camera. Chef Ruby told Crook that someone had pointed her to her directions. She said she didn't even know Crook had a spice line at the time. She had no idea, but Ruby went to this gentleman for help, and he was like, well, I can't help you, but Chef Carmen, she has a spice line, and she can help you with the packaging and to get your, do your marketing and get the word out. And she has a large following. She was like, who? He was like, Carmen. She was like, oh, okay. Because she did know her loosely, not like, they weren't buddy up. So she reached out to Carmen, and I'll let this video tell you what happened after she reached out to her, and, and everything that progressed after that, because they don't speak now. And to the best of my knowledge, they had I want to say knockdown drag out, but Crook does what she does. She's sketchy as hell, and she was sketchy to this queen. And yeah, I'm going to show you guys a couple of different videos. The first one that I'm going to show you is Crook went to Chef Ruby's house, okay, for dinner. And I noticed something right away. As soon as the camera, they started recording, the first thing I noticed, even before I knew that it was a beef, I knew that Chef Ruby, had a spice line. As soon as the camera comes on, the first thing I see are containers on the countertop with Crook's spices. All right, so let me set the scene. They're in Ruby's house having dinner. Ruby has her own spice line. Well, why the hell is Carmen spices lined up like little soldiers, toy soldiers, on a counter in perfect unicism and displaying her brand, right? And at the time, we didn't know that, why, Chef Ruby couldn't put her spices up and advertise and market her brand. But we found out later, and I have the video for that too. So take a look at this video. It's, again, Crook over at Chef Ruby's house. And Chef Ruby is cooking all this delicious dinner. I think Boss Lady was there too. Boss Lady and a couple of other people. So here we go.
Give it back. I'll call you. What's up, everybody? We back. We in the house cooking.
Is it good now?
Peanut butter soup. A goosey.
The agusi soup is
A goosey. Why does it have like soup? A goosey soup. Peanut butter soup. As you come on, guys, please share. I'm in the kitchen with Ruby, our African queen. Look for Chef Carmen ATL too. Chef Carmen ATL too.
That's the agusi soup here.
We need to edit this. Edit what? This is the agusi soup. Yeah. Sandy Harris is back. Barbara Cagle is back. Trees Tarman is back. So this is, what is this?
Agusi soup.
Agusi soup.
I need to write it down for you.
Agusi. Agusi.
Agusi soup.
With our beautiful African queen,
yes,
Ruby. This
Ruby.
woman cook. I'm telling y'all. She cooking African food.
Yes.
Like she'll cook soul food. I'm telling you, she throwing down in the kitchen. Ruby is an amazing person, amazing spirit. These are the seasonings that we're using tonight. Using my garlic lovers, onion lovers, adorable oxtail. This right here is our peanut butter soup. Yeah, guys, we're doing all the hard work. I just see y'all even create a Facebook group and put us in, because the whole entire internet is going crazy over fufu. She's about to do fufu live. She's about to do it live for y'all, okay? No, Ruby's not really on Facebook. She have a page. She's not on YouTube. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be helping Ruby set those things up. So her restaurant and her food need to be exposed. Look at that. This is her agusi, akusi. What kind of soup is it?
Agusi soup.
Agusi.
Agusi soup.
Okay. I'm about to kill it. Trees Watson says she's gorgeous, yummy.
Thank you.
Hi, Chef. What's up, Valerie Hill?
Thank
Daphne
you.
Cagle. No sound. What you mean, no sound? Where is she located? Her restaurant is
Highway 85.
Highway 85.
Let me give you the.
We'll show y'all again. I'll show y'all again. Okay. Come on, guys. Somebody put in the timeline for me. 5198. Highway 85.
And tell them to come in Saturday. We're gonna have some.
Tell them again what you
to come Saturday. We're gonna have fufu. I want everybody to come to the restaurant and try this fufu because everybody is talking about it. It's the new trend right now. Even Haitian people. I went to a Haitian market this evening. The lady was asking me, "Do you know about fufu?" You know, so Saturday I'm gonna cook all the fufu, all the soups that you guys looking for, which is the ogusi soup, the peanut butter soup, the okra soup. I'm gonna have it right here at this location, so you guys pull up and come get yours. Come try it. Please come try it.
Come through, y'all better come through.
Come through Saturday before around 12 o'clock. Everything will be ready.
Hey, y'all blow Forest Park, Georgia up.
Please.
Y'all have a line running straight down Riverdale Road past the Krispy Kreme. Trying to get to it.
This is the best part. Let me show you how to cook the fufu everybody is talking about.
Okay, so Ruby about to show us how to make the fufu. Barbara Cagle said you're beautiful. Kathy Davis put up the address. Thank you. Moji Lagasi.
Okay.
Stephanie Hardy.
Okay, so I stopped it there. It goes on and on and on. And you can see again that despite the fact that Chef Ruby has, let me take it down. Hold on. Despite the fact that Chef Ruby has her own spice line that she's trying to get off the ground, we see Carmen spices. And that absolutely, like I said at the time, we didn't have any idea Cook was a crook. We didn't know, you know, not like we know now, not to this degree, but I was definitely like, why? Where's Chef Ruby spices, right? So there's a story behind that, okay? And I have the footage for you guys. I know you've been waiting for a couple of days, but it is a longer video, but it's very interesting, okay? Chef Ruby goes on to tell us why she wasn't able to advertise or even talk about or mention her own spice line. And when she did, all hell broke loose, all right? And, you know, Crook suddenly became withdrawn. She became everything about her disposition, her attitude, demeanor, everything changed towards Ruby, right? And it's a lot more to it, but I'm going to show you all this clip. And I want to say also that Chef Ruby has different spices than the ones that Carmen was selling, right? Her spices are geared more toward, and we talked about this yesterday, African cuisine. You know, a lot of people from other countries who come here, they send back to their home country for the spices that are native to their country, right? So it could be the same. It could be smoked paprika. We have it here, but it may be different in India. You know what I mean? And most certainly it is. So people, when they have friends and family going back home, they definitely will be like, well, bring me back fennel, bring me back X, Y, and Z, all these different spices, because it's different. It tastes different. The water there is different. Everything's different, you know. So when I say the water, I mean, you know, what they water the crops with, and, you know, the ocean water, all that stuff plays a part in a lot of how fruit trees and different things and different spices are grown, right? So let's see. Crystal said, hit like and follow. Please do. Please make sure that you like this video. It's free to do. Like, heart it, etc. And follow. Please make sure that you're following me. And share the video too. Because what they be saying, let me think. Sharing is caring. Y'all always ripping somebody off for their little sayings. Even though sharing is caring is like, I want to say that's like a Mormon thing, right? Didn't the Mormons used to say sharing is caring or something like that? But anyway, Avis Seaver said, Chef Ruby's fry coating is the bomb. Chef Ruby she have a spice line, and she has a fry coating for like fish and chicken and stuff. Different. It's not competition. It's different types of ingredients that are put in the fry coating, from what I understand, as well as different spices, a completely different spice line. So let's see. That's horrible. Cook could have promoted her seasonings. Well, we're going to hear exactly how it all went down. Dwan, hi Dwan. Did you see them irrelevant documents? Hold on. Did you see those irrelevant documents that Miss Cleo posted for Crook that didn't prove ish. I don't follow it. I told you guys, I don't really follow social media influencers. I probably follow maybe a couple like Boss Lady, Ashley, and basically that's it. Maybe one or two other ones. But you guys are always in my box like, hey, look at Miss Cleo. Look at Miss Cleo's neck. Look at Miss Cleo's eyes. Look at Miss Cleo's braid. I be like, okay, y'all, chill out. Y'all be sending me a lot of stuff, and I appreciate it, but I have so many emails that I can't navigate through to get back to the ones where I tell people, hey, I'm gonna get back to you, etc. It's a lot, but I do appreciate it. I know you're looking out for me and for the page. Let's see. I'm following you, but I don't get any notifications. Before we get off of here tonight, I'm going to tell you how to go and turn on your notifications in Facebook. All right. It's a little convoluted, but that's how they do things here at Facebook. So I understand why it may be a little unclear to you. I remember this video Chef Ruby deleted right after she talked and Crook Carmen. I'm doing good, Naoki. How are you? Miss Cleo should be ashamed posting that junk. I mean, you guys did send me some stuff like Miss Cleo. First of all, this whole partnership between Crook and this lady is ridiculous to me. Like, you're going to be telling somebody to show your receipts for you and vouch for you. First of all, you have to have a certain level of credibility yourself. And the way that, from what I've seen, from you guys sending me stuff, the way that this lady carries on and just everything about her, it's not giving what she wanted to give to the people who are watching her, especially the people with that critical eye for things that Crook is doing, right? Like, how the hell you sitting up here backing up a Crook and trying to present receipts for her, and the receipts weren't receipting, okay? So it's just absolutely ridiculous. I wish I could change my name right now because your name's Cleo. That's hilarious. Let me see. Crook's latest receipt is up on, don't mention, listen, I'm going to put you in a little bit of a timeout, Rachel, okay? Because we don't mention other pages on this live or anything like that. So, especially pages that I'm not too fond of. So that's the fastest way to get you blocked off this page. Let's see. I was dead after those receipts. Did you miss the first 26 minutes? No, we just got on. Oh, it looks like we've been on for a while. 32 minutes. I can't even believe it. Let's see. Miss Cleo, Crook birth mother. Was Cleo's Crook's birth mother? I've heard a lot of things. Let's see. Only a mother could be that blind to a child's BS. Okay. Is it because it will give them exposure? I'm lost. I don't know what that means. You're talking about another page? Let's see. So someone said, I like both of their seasonings. They're made differently and there should be no competition. I agree. Let's see. I'm not sure what this person is saying. But hold on one second. So Stephanie said, are you on Facebook tonight? Because I'm on YouTube after last night. Yes, I am streaming to Facebook and YouTube. We had a lot of technical issues, but we're back. All right, we're back and we are on both pages. I did reach out to the organization that I use for streaming and such, and they said that they had an overwhelming amount of complaints of people who were talking about how they were kicked off, et cetera, et cetera. And it was a Facebook thing. A lot of other influencers that I've reached out to, just kind of behind the scenes, like, hey, was your Facebook acting up last night? So yeah, it wasn't just this page, it's just how the technology was working. Let's see. Crystal said, let's show our appreciation for all her hard work. Tip. So tips, I'm going to say this because sometimes I do see comments about it too. Tips are not required. I'm going to bring you this tea regardless, mostly because I was the one who was also scammed by Crook Carmen, and I've donated, I've sent money, I've purchased seasonings, I've done a lot of things just as you all have. So I'm happy to bring this to the forefront and, have so many eyes on it and put it in the spotlight. So you certainly do not have to tip. However, I do put a lot of work into this. Like this is, I understand you guys turn on a free app and you tune into this page and whoop, instantly you have free entertainment, right? I get that, but there's a significant amount of time, work, and money that I put into this, coming to you all. And I'm not complaining because I'm happy to do it, but I'm just explaining to people who are like, well, why are you asking for da 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 da? It wasn't my idea. I can tell you, I just started putting my Cash App up. But you know what? I thought about it and I am in agreement with most people. Like if people want a tip, they can do that. Certainly. You don't have to though. It's not mandatory. It's optional, but it certainly will be appreciated. So my Cash App should be pinned to the bottom of this live. All right. So I'm going to show you the long-awaited videos. I mentioned it last week and people have been talking about it ever since, of Chef Ruby finally explaining what happened, because we all wanted to know, like, why did she just disappear? Like everyone Crook is friends with always just vanishes, right? They're nowhere around. They're nowhere to be found after like a couple of months or so because she's burnt some bridges or whatever it may be. So here's the video of Chef Ruby. I'm going to speed it up till she gets to the part where she's talking about what happened. She lays the story out for us about her, how she met her, what she did with the information, what Crook did with the information that she gave her, et cetera, et cetera. So here's the video without further ado. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Take you down. I have a new filing system for my videos and stuff. You all know I keep all the videos that Crook do, and just as receipts, because she's a liar. She definitely will be lying. While this video was teeing up, there was a lady who tried to reach me the other day. And I'm like, I get so many emails. She reached out to me again, and she was talking about how Crook put her on her page and collected money for a bed. And she got well over and beyond what the bed was cost, right? Because you know how you all are. You start pouring in donations and all that stuff. And Crook never gave her anything beyond purchasing the bed, but she's like, she received so much more over and above, which I absolutely believe, because Crook has a lot of followers. And if she says someone needs something, then people are going to like show up and show out. But the lady only got a bed and Crook kept the rest of the stuff. And she said that she was going to send me the receipts, et cetera, to verify it. I don't know that we're going to have her on the show, but if she sends me the receipts, I'll, post them. All right.
Delos, how you guys doing? I dial the number right away and call. I said, hey mama, how are you? She said, Ruby, how you doing? I said, I'm good. I said, I'm so happy. I don't know what to say to you. Then she said, I just called to tell you that I'm so proud of you. You're doing good. I love your page. I love what you're doing. I watch most of your videos. And for you to be here in this country, have 4 kids, trying to run a business, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just proud of you. This phone is not charged. Okay, I'm going to make it fast. We believe you, Chef Ruby. So she came, she brought. Some of you guys that follow us, or some of you guys that have tasted our products, you guys know both of us have 2 different. But when I went to him, me and him was talking. First of all, I have these seasonings for over maybe 2 years. My seasonings and my coding, because I've been in this restaurant 5 years. I was like 3 years when I started this Facebook thing, or seasonings or whatever, because I'm going to 2 years now on Facebook. So I have my coding, I have my seasonings, but I don't know what to do with them. I don't know how to market them. I don't know how to put them on the market. I don't know nothing. I don't even know how to get labels. I don't even know where to get bottles. You understand? So I remember this guy that used to sell coding. This guy used to do festivals too. Him, me, Chef Carmen, all of us used to do festivals. So I remember this guy that he have codings. He even have codings in some stores. So I went to his restaurant. I went to his restaurant on Taunton Road in Marietta to ask him to help me how to put my seasonings on the market. This guy even went on Shark Tank to have a deal with his codings, but I think he refused the deal they offer him or whatever. So God told me to go to him to ask him to put my seasonings on the market. But when I went to him, me and him was talking. He do fried fish and fried chicken, very good. Him and his dad and his wife, them the one doing the business. So I said, please, Michael or John or whatever his name, I said, I'm here to ask you for help. Then he said, what do you need? I said, I want you to help me how to put my coding and my seasonings on the market. Then he said, oh, have you heard about Chef Carmen? I said, Chef Carmen who? He said, Chef Carmen, our friend, the one we used to do the festival. He said, oh, she's big on Facebook now, on seasonings. I didn't even know nothing about Chef Carmen, that she's doing seasonings, food, whatever on Facebook. I don't have no idea. So when the guy told me, go reach out to her, I said, okay, I have her number. Sometimes we talk. I'm going to call her. I want her to come help me. So I call her. Somebody said, speak the truth, Chef Ruby. I know Chef Carmen don't help you with anything. I'm glad you are telling your side. I have to tell my side because I'm hearing so many things. Somebody even told me that Chef Carmen said you stole her coding. That's why she refused to help you. Somebody said Chef Carmen said you stole her seasoning. That's why she refused to help you. No. I'm saying it on the record. I did not steal anybody's coding or seasoning or nothing. Some of you guys that follow us, or some of you guys that have tasted our products, you guys know both of us have two different products. Everything is different, okay? All right, let me finish my story. So the guy referred me back to her and said, go to her, she will help you because she's big time on Facebook. She's doing seasoning, she's doing coding, she's doing that. I said, but why don't you help me? Because I come to you. You have coding. I know your coding is in stores. Me, I even wanted to go straight to stores. I didn't know nothing about Facebook. So I called her. I said, hey, baby, what's up? Can you come? I need to talk to you. Then she said, oh, I'm so busy. We talked, we cut off. So it took like a month or 2 or 3 months or whatever time. She never showed up. Then I called her again. I said, I keep calling. I said, please, I need help. Come help me. So she never showed up. So I said, okay, you know what? Let me just forget about it. So one day, for some reason, one day she just called me. She said, are you going to be at the shop in the morning? I said, yeah. She said, I'm coming to see you. I said, okay. So she said, okay, make sure you set up this, that. We're going to do breakfast. I said, I was so happy. I said, okay, come on. So she came. She brought a lot of seasonings with her. She even brought me this phone. This phone is not charged. Okay, I'm going to make it fast. We believe you, Chef Ruby. So she came, she brought her seasoning and stuff. And trust me, when she came, most of her followers came to the shop. That day was so crazy at the shop. She brought seasonings. Most of her supporters came. They bought my food. They bought her seasonings and stuff like that. And it was good. So when she left, she said, oh, damn, Rugi, we can do this. This is good. I said, yeah, no problem. I said, but no, before she leave, then I said, okay, now we finish this, but I want you to try my stuff. So I bring my seasoning out. You guys know that's what I do. All customers that come here, they know. I put it on her hand. I said, taste it. She tasted. She said, oh my God. Then I said, try the seafood seasoning too. Oh yeah, it's good. Then I went and pick up my rubber where my coding is. I bring the coding. I said, taste. She tastes everything. She said, oh, it's good. It's good. I said, so this is the reason I called you. I want you to help me, you know. Then she said, oh no, you don't need to do seasoning, Ruby. You're making a lot of money on the restaurant on food. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna be coming here, promote your food, then we do seasoning. You do food, I do seasonings. I said, no, I want to put my seasonings on the market. That's the reason I called you, right? I remember that day perfectly. Thank you. Rachel, you was here. Rachel, you came. You was here. You bought Chef Carmen seasoning. You didn't even know about my seasoning that time. I think when you came for the second time, that's when you bought my seasoning, okay? Okay. So, she said, no, you don't need seasonings. You don't need this. Just do restaurants. I'll help you on restaurants. Then you help me on seasoning. I said, okay, no problem. Okay? I put my seasoning down. Then the fufu thing came out, the fufu mukbang. Okay? So I'm the one brought the idea. I said, can we do fufu? I said, because the fufu is going crazy right now. Do you guys want to do fufu? She said, yes. So she and Karina, her boss lady, they came to my house. We did the fufu video. That fufu video, if I'm not forgetting, if I'm not lying, that fufu video was over 100,000 views because fufu was going crazy. Chef Carmen came to the house, she eat fufu, she loved the fufu. You know, me, I don't drink, but she drinks, she get drunk, everybody was funny, everybody was so funny. The fufu video went like this. Huh? So she's hyper now. Oh yes, it's good. We can keep doing videos. Me, I didn't know nothing about videos. Oh, I didn't even know if she was making money on those videos. I don't know. Anything they tell me to do, that's what I do. Then the Valentine came up. Ruby, do you have a beautiful dress? Let's go to the casino. Let's go do video. I said, okay, no problem. I look for the best red dress that I have. 2 red dress. I didn't even look for one. I looked for 2 red dress. So you guys remember. So I put on my sexy red dress. We went to the casino. She played. She did what she did. I was there. I was there as whatever. Okay, that video too was big. Then from that casino, we drove straight to Latrice's house. We went and cooked for Latrice. Y'all remember that video too. So we cooked for Latrice. That video too was big. Over 100,000 views on their page. I didn't have no page. On her page and Miss Latrice's page. Right? Are you ready for lunch?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what do you want, sir? You guys give me 1 minute. Let me take care of my customer.
Yeah, you want some?
Yes. You guys give me 1 minute about Facebook paying video, whatever, I don't know. So right there, Latrice helped me to open my page. I just asked her one time, one mouth. I said, Latrice don't know me. She don't know me from Adam. She don't know where I came from. She don't know if I'm African, if I'm Japanese, if I'm Jamaican, whatever. She don't know. She don't know me from nowhere. I asked this lady one time. She set up the page on my phone. Right? She set up the page. So me too, I started anytime now. Chef come and call me to do video. Me too, I make my own little video on the side. I will call my daughter. I said, Rashida, you two go live. Type in. Sometimes I will even pinch Rashida. Say, hey, type, go live. Because I want to do my little videos too. So we went downtown. We feed the homeless. I went and helped. Even that day when I was there, I remember her boss lady, when she doing the video, when she come to me to show me, she do the phone like this. She don't even want to show me or whatever. So I said, okay, whatever. Because all of us, we have our common sense. All of us, we are matured. We know what's up. So I don't say nothing. I remember Latrice even came downtown that day. She give t-shirt. She brought some t-shirt that day. She started giving t-shirt or whatever. I was looking at her. I went and say hi to her. But that time, we don't have that much connection, or maybe that time they already brainwashed her. So at downtown, I was trying to talk to her. She said hi to me, but we didn't have that much connection or conversation and stuff. You know, I let it go. So going to the last video now. How you doing, sir? So the last video, y'all remember the video where I wear my black African dress? I went to her house. I think we did the ginger lobster. That was supposed to be a repeated ginger lobster. So I went there. I had on a nice African clothes. I love your lives with your family. Humble. I am very humble, guys. You know, but sometimes you have to come and clear your name. I don't want drama. I don't want no arguments. I don't want nothing out of this. I just want to clear my name. I never say nothing. It's 2 years now. I never say anything to anybody. People even come here, some supporters that try to be nosy. They will come, they will try to bring conversation. I don't say nothing. But because of the things I'm hearing, that's why I have to clear myself. I have to clear my conscience. Then when I'm done with it. You guys will never hear me say anything about this, unless if somebody come for me, then I will say something again. But if not, nothing. I am trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, nothing going on. I just want to clear my name. Okay, so we went to do the last video that they cut me off. So I had on this nice African clothes. That was in Chef Carmen house. We did the ginger lobster, the this, that. So I took one little seasoning with me, 2 bottles, one little seasoning. So everybody was asking, Chef Ruby, what did you put on the ginger lobster? What seasoning? And I cannot lie to the people. So I take my seasoning and show them. I said me too, I have my own seasoning now, all purpose seafood, whatever. So right there, some people or whatever was calling Chef Carmen. They were saying something to her. So she do like this, cut. So we cut the video. Me, I thought something happened. We cut it. So after we cut it, the whole mood was changed. Her countenance, her mood, everything is changed. So I'm confused, like what's going on. So I left. I packed up my stuff. Me and my kids we left, we went home. But we have our own video because my daughter make a video. If you guys go back, you're going to see that video there. Ginger lobster with my black African dress. So when I went home, I went to her page. I'm trying to look for the video. I don't see the video. So I called. I said, oh, what happened to the video? She said, no, I delete the video. I said, why you delete the video? That was a good video. She said, yeah, because I don't want to do business with you anymore. I said, what do you mean? She said, because I have seasonings coding and you have the same thing. So 2 businesses cannot collide. I have to protect my brand and whatever. I said, oh yeah, okay, I understand. If that's what you choose or that's what you decided, I said, that's fine. She said, my team don't want me to do that or to promote anybody that have the same thing like us. So I said, I understand. I'm a businesswoman. So if you guys decide to say that or to do that, I said, that's fine. You know, so I let it go. So since then, nothing, cut off. No communication, nothing. Until a couple of months later, I think her and the boss lady called me on the phone saying that, oh Ruby, somebody told us that you said this or you said that, or when you make your video, you're trying to say the same thing Chef Carmen say. You're trying to do the same thing. Oh, when she do her video, she said, oh, your husband will give you a big ring if you cook with my seasoning. You saying the same thing. I said, no. I said, this is America. This is a business. You have to sell yourself. You have to promote your seasoning. So if I'm promoting my seasoning, whatever comes out of my mouth to say, I will say it. You know, I don't have to copy from nobody. I do my own thing. So me and them almost went back and forth on the phone. Then I said them, I said, okay, if you guys feel that way, I'm sorry. Okay? Chef Carmen is tripping with her shit. Chef Ruby, you are humble and deserve the best. Okay, thank you for saying that. You know, so I said, okay, me, I don't copy nobody. I say what I say on my live. I say what I say on my seasonings. So if you guys feel like I'm copying from you guys, okay, I'm sorry. Then we'll let it go. You know, so since then we never spoke. The last time I hear from Chef Carmen, when they was in Mexico, her and boss lady, they was in Mexico. So I think they pay for festivals in Tallahassee. No, in Cincinnati. They pay for a space to go do a festival there. So I think there was in Mexico, they don't have chance to do the show. So they called me to go do the show for them. They wanted me to pay them. I think it was $3,000 or $4,000 for the space. So they wanted me to pay them to go do the show. They called me then for me to go do the show for them. And I wanted to do it, guys. I wanted to do it. So she said, okay, I'll call you back. Let me talk to boss lady. I'll call you back and let you know. I didn't hear nothing from them again. So a couple of days later, I called again. I said, oh, I thought you guys wanted me to go do the show for you guys. I don't mind to do it. They said, oh, we sold it to somebody else. This is like a couple of months ago, maybe 2-3 months ago. Okay, so that was it. But before then, I've been trying to reach out. I'm texting, I'm calling, I'm emailing, because to me, I feel like whatever success or whatever thing I'm celebrating right now, I should be able to call her as a big sister to how to say it in English, to ask her question. Trust me, when I started, sometimes I would just want to take the phone and ask a question, because when you start something you don't know, you want to ask question, and somebody that's been in the business for over how many years, you just feel like calling to say, oh, what is this? Oh, what is that? You know, like just ask a question. But I could not do it because the way they just cut me off. The way they just cut me off just because we're doing the same thing. You know, I even offered that, help me, even if you want 10, 15, 20% of my profit, I will give you, just help me. They refused. They said no. So now me seeing them colliding with people that have seasonings, people that have coding, that pains me a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It pains me a lot. Because why it pains me? I knew Chef Carmen before Facebook. I knew her. I look up to her as a big sister, as a friend. So I wanted to be able to call her and communicate with her. And trust me, this I'm saying it from God to anything I'm looking for. She's a very good person. She have a good heart. But sometimes when you surround yourself around the wrong people, they're going to make you become somebody you don't want to become. That's why all of us need to be careful from. Yes, we want the money. Yes, we want everything. We want everything, but sometimes surround yourself around good people that are gonna help you in the right way. You can have all this money, you can have all these cars, you can be a millionaire, but if you don't have a good reputation, you don't have good people around you, it's gonna be a problem. So let's don't let this money control us. Let's don't let all these things in the world control us, people. So that's all I wanted to say on this, and I'm done with it. I don't want to say it anymore. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want nobody to come here and say, oh, you stole this person's stuff, or you did this, you do that, you did that. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I've been doing this for the past how many years? So if I come, I ask you for help, you cannot help me, then leave me alone. Don't go around telling people that I'm not helping her because of this, or you don't go help her because of this. I don't like that. The world is too small. The world is too small. So I love and appreciate all of you guys. Thank you guys for believing me. Thank you guys for trusting me. And the sky is the limit. God will bring more people to help me. God will bring more people. As long as this is good inside, the sky is the limit. Love you guys, and I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.
All right. Excuse me. So you all saw and heard exactly the story that you all have been waiting to hear for quite some time. We saw Chef Ruby. We saw it in the red dress. I'm going to play you another clip, and then I want to show you how. I'll show you the video where it's a couple of videos I have. One of them I can't play because of the music and blah 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 blah. I don't know how these people get around that, but like Facebook is really cracking down on people who play music. You know what I'll do? I'll put the video of Crook and Chef Ruby cooking that lobster at her house that she was talking about in the video, where chef got all up in her feelings and blah 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 blah. Where she first got to mention her seasoning brand for the first time, and Cook's presence, and how that all went down. I'll put that on YouTube, because YouTube is a lot more lenient, and even if they do catch something, they're not gonna, like, throw you in jail, Facebook jail for it, or what's the equivalent to Facebook jail over on YouTube. So I'll put those videos up on YouTube after this. There's a lot of music playing in the background. I don't even want to play it like that. So let's see. Let me look at some of the comments before we get into this next video. Crook is an ish, and they can't tell nobody what to say. Let's see. Griselda said, nobody's perfect and we all need forgiveness, but God is watching all of us. She said Boss Lady and Crook too. I mean, I didn't hear her really say anything bad about Boss Lady, but certainly Crook. I mean, Crook's the Crook. Crook wanted to hunch Ruby, and she wasn't having that bull crap. Well, I mean, yeah, Ruby definitely let it be known. Let's see. Chef Carmen is a big ass crook. Let's see. They didn't see ass. I put that part in there. It just sounds better. No, she's telling the truth. Ruby did an entire video, but deleted it because of the backlash. Yep. So in the video, there was a point where Chef Ruby said that she said to Carmen, hey, I have my own spice line too, and I'm really trying to get it out there. And, I would really appreciate your help in doing that. Like, we have 2 different types of spices. And she said that Crook's response was, you don't need to do that. You don't need to sell seasonings. I sell seasonings. No. You forget about that. Get that out your head right now. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but you can forget that. That's absolutely not happening. You cook, okay? You do the cooking, and I'll do the seasonings. How the hell do you crush somebody's dream like that and tell them that something that they've been dreaming about and putting their heart, sweat, blood, sweat, tears into creating something, and you tell them, no. That's not what we're doing over here. You put them little seasonings and put them in the cabinet somewhere. We're going to put mine out here, and you cook, all right? And we're going to tell them that you was cooking with my seasonings. Get the hell out of here. Like, that's absolutely bogus to me, but that's Crook's MO. And when I saw this video, to put this in context for you all, the video we just saw with, the African Queen Ruby giving her side of the story, this video was only like a couple of months old. So she didn't do this like last year or 2 years ago. She got tired of people asking her, hey, what happened? Why aren't you still like teamed up with Crook? Because Crook never said anything, ever. She never tells us why people, she's friendly with, she's no longer friendly with. Like, you introduce people to us and bring them into our lives through, through the internet, through your platform, and then you have a falling out with them, and you keep that shit on the hush hush, and you never tell us. We have to like pick up the pieces and figure out for ourselves that you effed them some kind of way, and that's why you're not friends with them anymore. So let's see. Chris, where are the moderators at in the room tonight? Because some of these people are ridiculous. So I'm gonna take it somewhere else now. So this tonight is about showing you the character of Crook, or lack thereof, right? And again, we heard Ruby's testimony, super interesting. Just to kind of know what happened behind the scenes. That whole, we want you to go to the festival for us. We can't make it. You can take our spot. And then don't say anything at all. Like, that's crazy to me too, because it takes money and preparation, lots of preparation to get ready to do a festival. Absolutely. So you tell someone you want them to take your spot because you can't make it. And mind you, this was after the whole fallout about the seasonings, Chef Ruby's seasonings, So let's see. Spamming your comments. That's okay for now. We'll take care of it. Let's see. Wow, money changes people sometimes for the worse. The sad part is Ruby has about 5 to 6 products versus Carmen's 37 spices. Chef Ruby has a dream to promote her spices, and Crook is telling her not to do it. The nerve of it all. Yes, I do have that video from Latrice, and I will play it for y'all tonight. But before I do that, I want you to hear what made Latrice respond the way that she responded to Crook. It's very interesting. The content I see on YouTube, sometimes when people have music and to avoid copyright, you speed up the video one time. YouTube has a number of ways to cut the music out. Unlike Facebook. Facebook will just yank it and be like, well, now you're in Facebook jail because you done did it one too many times, which is so ridiculous. YouTube, they'll catch it too because it's built into the algorithm, right? It meaning, when music plays in the background, the algorithm machine notices it, identifies it, tags it, even attaches, they tell you who the author of the music is, the producer, creator, or whatever. And then you have the option to go in and mute out that scene. You literally can check, okay, just mute that out or cut it out or whatever. And it's so simple and so easy. But Facebook, they're going to yank that whole thing down. And that actually happened to us a couple of days ago when I was playing that engagement bingo hall party from Crook and Tuck. They had Joe playing in the background. That I want to know how much I turn you on that song. Facebook was like, yeah, well, you have like Joe's going to be coming for his money, and we're going to take this on down. And they did. And so what I had to do was go back and do some behind the scenes stuff and get it right. So anyway, let's see. Crook mad she got out seasoned. Well, I'll be damned. All of their seasonings are different. They are different. Judy, I already know. You told me a lot of times. I know they're spamming here. There's nothing I can do about it right now. The moderators are here, and they are doing what they can about it. Thank you. Crook thinks she's the seasoning king. Not the seasoning king. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's hideous. Let's see. Let's see. Found any way to benefit herself. It's not all about the money, but for her to not let her in on the situation about getting paid on Facebook is bogus. Definitely a snake. I agree. Sweet Honey said lots of shady folks involved. Sure they did. Are now friends again. Let me tell you something about Crook and her being friends with people. Okay. I noticed something. A lot of the communications that I get from people saying she scammed them, they definitely say she has this method, for lack of a better term. She calls them friend. Hey friend, you gonna do. That's a way to disarm people. Oh, we're friends. All right, I'm gonna give you whatever you need, whatever you want from me, or I'm gonna help you in any way we can because you consider me a friend. I see right through it. I see all the way through it. Why? Because I'm a New Yorker. And two, I see right through it. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Can you replay the video? Absolutely not. That video was too long, but you can replay it later. Definitely. Let's see. I was saying the same thing. Some people need to be put out. Some need to be put out, coach. Let's see. Also, so let me go ahead and show you guys this other video. So this next video is, appears they took the highest bidder for the event, probably. Your commentary is unique. Love it. Great job. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. She said, Margaret said, boss lady is the one she should have been talking to because she's the boss. Cook knows nothing. That's true. Ruby has surpassed Cook with few seasonings because she is honest. Have y'all seen her house? Wow. All right. So let me set up this next video for you guys. Let me set the scene. I really thought that the beef between Crook and Latrice, you all know who she is, Allen, the real comedian Latrice Allen. I thought it was a skit because Crook and Latrice were thick as thieves. I mean, from what we could see, Crook would go over to Latrice's house, and I'll put those videos up also on YouTube tonight. Okay, I have them stored in my phone up in the cloud somewhere too. So they were buddies. Latrice was lending her money to go to the casino, and when she would she would go over the amount of money that she could take out of the ATM, Crook that is, and she would reach out to Latrice like, "Hey, friend, can you send me some money?" And Latrice provided the evidence. We also the receipts. Like, she was sending her like thousands of dollars, and they had a falling out. I forget what it was about, but Crook really went in. She talked about Latrice's kids. She talked about Latrice's mothering of those kids, or lack thereof. She really went in and she was telling her, "I promise you," I'm gonna show you guys the video. I'm just setting it up for you. "I promise you, nuck if you buck, because if you come over here, you gonna fold up. I'm gonna fold your ass up." I don't think so. I mean, I don't know Latrice, but from what I can see, Latrice would beat that ass, like, definitely. Like, it wouldn't even be I can't even see Crook. I can't even see her winning any kind of physical altercation. Certainly now she seems so brittle and fragile. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it went down between the two of them, and we were all like, oh, we were shocked. We were shocked and amazed. And I forget again. I thought it was a skit until Latrice showed the text messages between herself and Carmen, right? And the text messages showed them like Crook asking for the money, and Latrice said, "All right, I got you," da da da. So here's the video without further ado, and let's see. Let me take this off. This is talking about this. Hang on a second, y'all. That's not what I want to do. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. Let's do. All right. Okay, here we go. This is the one I want. I'm going to just listen to everything she's saying. It's so disrespectful. It's egregiously disrespectful. Okay, not even just a look, like it's really bad, and I couldn't believe it. Like, because Latrice is definitely not a church mouse. Like, she definitely can defend herself verbally, probably physically too. So I was shocked that Chef was talking like Cook was talking like this, because she was inviting Latrice over to her house to fight. Like, it was ridiculous. Hold on.
It's one of them days. It's one of them days where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I was up all night dealing with stuff that we deal with over here on my page on a daily basis. People that have problems. People that's in houses with no gas, no lights, no water. People who ain't ate in days. Dealing with people who don't know how they gonna eat. And they don't even care about eating, but how they gonna feed their kids. I mean, I got a track record that speaks for itself. I got a track record. And we as a people, we as black people, especially in this country, I ain't gonna say especially in this country, because Africa and other nations are really bad. But I'm about to tell y'all something. I'm about to tell y'all how we can remedy a lot of situations. Nah, I don't love Latrice Allen. The devil's a lie. Latrice Allen don't it. She don't even love herself, so how I'ma love her? You can't love no person. I ain't gonna say MF. You can't love a person that don't love themselves. You can't even love them. Sharing is caring. Y'all share it all over Facebook. Sharing is caring. How you gonna love somebody that don't love themselves? You can't even be a friend. You can't even be a friend to a person that don't even know what friendship means. I mean, somebody's true definition of friendship is y'all better download it, cause Facebook gonna delete it. This whole video gonna get deleted. I promise y'all. How you gonna be a friend to somebody who defines the definition of friendship is if you're a puppet? If you do what I say, if you hang out with who I hang out with. Nah, we ain't friends. I promise we ain't. Nah, it ain't no skit. How do you define the true definition of friendship if a person do what you tell them to do? Sharing is caring. She don't even love herself. And to the hold on. If you do what I say, if you don't talk to this person or talk to that person, we can be friends, but I can still do what I want to do. Now, this ain't no skit. This ain't no skit, because I told her to keep my name out my mouth and I'll be quiet. But I'm about to Will Smith. Somebody like her make you come across and Will Smith him and still shine. Will Smith just signed with a business contract with what's the name of that app? What's the name of that app? Latrice Allen is the biggest bully on Facebook that I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I said it. The biggest, and then she got all those goons over there that endorse. You know, a lot of people leaving. People don't even watch her. Latrice, you watch stuff, your time is done. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. She washed up, her time is done. Even when people tried to help you, even when people tried to stick by your side, you don't even recognize real when real is standing right beside you. We all adults. We can choose our friend. I mean, I can be your friend. Then I can be friends with somebody that don't even like you. But mentally, you really need counseling. You need deep counseling. You need help. You need help. And to go back to Coco, you know, I didn't even know Coco, so I'm going to have to apologize for that situation. But Coco, you know her. When they released you from prison that day, you should have went back in and said, man, I'd rather do life in prison than get in the car with that. That's what you should have said. That's what you should have said. I mean, the way she defines friendship and love and godliness, it ain't nothing godly about her. Nothing. Nah, I thought y'all were friends. No, you didn't. I thought we were friends. But she don't even know what friendship is. I'm telling you the true definition of a narcissist. In the American dictionary, in any dictionary around this country, it should be a picture of Latrice Allen. She don't love herself. She don't love nobody. You don't even love your kids. A woman would die for her kids. A woman would die for her kids. And you take pride in sending your kids off to somebody else. A woman will die for her kids, but you proudly ship them off. And you should. Because you are the worst parent that I've ever seen in my life. You are. You are. And I would testify to it. Them kids don't even need to be around you. Kids are the product of their environments. They are the products of their environments. And the environment that you're raising those kids in is detrimental to their growth. kids, what they see is what they become. What they see is what, I mean, even Rennie starting to twerk. You teaching her how to twerk. Your kids are stealing, but you taught them how to steal. You know, Courtney couldn't do nothing right. I told you to keep my name out your mouth. You about to get Will Smith. You always bragging that you got Ring cameras, right? You got Ring cameras that records everybody every time they come to your house. Camera roll. Camera roll on when I was at your house. Because I bet on a whole stack of Bibles. If I was on your camera saying anything, I was trying to talk some sense into a crazy person who can't even understand plain English. That's what I was doing. Now, I'm not going to leave it alone. I promise I ain't. Because Latrice Allen is the type of person that brings the entire black community down. The whole black race. She's like an X on the entire black race. I don't even go off on people, but I told her, y'all know what? Will Smith was wrong for slapping Chris Rock, but a lot of people need to be Will Smith. And she's one. And I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of me. I was up all night. I didn't even sleep. Because the kind of things that go on in my life is people calling me, people inboxing me. Chef, I ain't got no lights. I ain't got no water. I ain't got no gas. Chef, they about to evict me. Chef, and my kids, I don't even care if I eat, but I just want to know if you can help me out for my kids. That's the things that we need to be doing. That content creators that are making the kind of money that Latrice claims she making. And she probably made a lot of good money during the pandemic. But Latrice, your time is up. You washed up. Don't nobody even want to watch you no more. It's sickening. The kind of content that you bring. You always talk about drama. I don't do drama on my page. I don't do drama on my page. I mean, people need to stop calling me and telling me I need to speak my piece. So stop calling me, telling me to be quiet. On this line, stop telling me don't stoop down to that level, because I could never, ever be on Latrice Allen's level. Ever. She would have to level up about 1,000 levels to get to me. And I was talking about people clout chasing. Ain't nobody clout chasing. You chasing right now. The whole bottom is falling out. Because you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. And we got to stop disrespecting our own people. People are grown. We have a mind. We have a brain. We ain't on the plantation and the master's telling, yes, sir, master, yes, sir, yes, sir, master. Them days are over with. We're supposed to be coming together and helping each other out. If I'm going to tell it, then I better tell it all. Might as well tell it since I got that phone call. I mean, you say you got cameras everywhere. Camera roll. Roll. I was in there with the Coco situation. I was in there with B, and I don't even know the guy, but I would know him if I saw him. I was in there with B, and whatever guy that guy name was from Texas, the whole soda crew, that they that was over there cooking them collard greens and all that other stuff for you. When you was trying to hire somebody to do something to somebody, oh yeah, I promise you, if they ever subpoena me and tell me to come to court, I'm going to sing like a mockingbird. I promise I am. Because me and you went to the casino. Because I found the love of my life. You want to throw me under the bus about gambling? It's my money. It's my money at any given time. Everybody know if you're in a casino that if you done took so much money out the bank, you can't get no more. If you ain't know with some friends, they're going to throw you a few dollars and you get it back. Latrice Allen, stop dogging out your own people. Latrice Allen is something like straight out the book of Revelations. We in the last days. She should be, they should name the book of Revelations Latrice Allen. That's what they should do. I mean, my mouth, I'm solid. I'm solid as a rock. I take stuff straight to the grave. Straight to the grave. But I promise I ain't taking this. I promise I ain't taking this. I ain't taking. I ain't taking it. And why you worried about my love life? Like. Yeah, people need to stay off my phone. Stop telling me to be quiet. I've been quiet long enough. Worried about my love life. My love life, I promise you, my love life is solid. I'm happier than I ever been. I'm finally with somebody that I'm equally yoked with. This motherfucker. Oh, I can't cuss. But she can't even be dope. She can't even be equally yoked. Y'all ever open up one of them eggs and they got two yolks? They giving a person a second chance to kind of be equally yoked with them. She can't even yoke up with a double yolk egg. That's how, you know, mental health issues are real. And we gotta stop condoning bad behavior. We gotta stop condoning our own people that are just disrespectful to the entire black race. Stop that. Over there got people picking up depends or your dirty sanitary napkin. That's not funny. Got people that are digging a booger out your nose. That's not funny. You act like you was raised up in the jungle with wolves. Instead of having, you got, guys, what I want y'all to do, follow me. Follow me. Get me up to 500,000 people. Follow me. And I will show you what we need to do for our race. I will show you. I've been doing it for over 15 years. You can go back and look at videos. I've been feeding the homeless. With the, you know, first 7 years that I started feeding the homeless, I did it out of my own pocket.
That's a lie.
Out of my own pocket. Then people start helping me feed the homeless all around the country. Then, you know, then people say, well, you asking for cash apps to do? I stopped asking for cash apps. Me and Karina was doing it out of our business. So to support a real small black business that gives back to the community, that gives back. We give back. We don't take away from the black community. We give. We give till we can't give no more. And to be under constant attack by bullies, nah, that's what she is. That's what she is. She need counseling for the rest of her life. Her kids, the things that she need to, I mean, she don't need them. She don't love them. I've been there. Damn. I don't speak on nobody or nobody kids. That's why she give away. She can give away. She gave away Courtney, giving her away Rennie, and she giving away them 2 twins. She doing that right now. She don't have no problem with it. She look at these kids. She scream at them. It ain't no love. Ain't none. When I tell y'all sharing is caring, follow me, y'all don't listen. It's always what all of us, not just me, all of us, we need to stand on it. Guys, we're still in the midst of a pandemic. We in the midst of getting ready to go through monkeypox. They talking about the book of Revelations, the 666, the 3 horsemen, the 3-headed horsemen. They talk about Beyonce sitting on these horses. Beyonce ain't got nothing on Latrice Allen. I promise y'all. And I say it straight out my own mouth. We got to stop people for disrespecting our entire black race. Stop using each other. If you get on top, if you got millions of followers, do something for your people. Every day. It's something that needs to be done. People need help. I'm up all night because people calling me. I'm out enjoying dinner with my fiance, and people about to kill themselves. Depression is real. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what we can do to help each other. I promise. See, people talking about, please stop. Don't let her steal your joy. Y'all said it right. Somebody said don't let her steal your joy because she is a thief. You know, so she can't steal nothing from me. But when you're telling the truth, I'm telling y'all better download because this whole video is gonna be gone. When you're telling the truth, when you hold the key, like I say, if I'm ever subpoenaed, I'm gonna sing like a mockingbird. I used to be the type that, you know, my friends, you know, I'm from the hood too. I grew up in the private suit. And you do a couple of years. You do a year, 12 months with your eyes closed, but you don't sing. She always talking about how hard she is and this and that. She ain't hard. She's soft as a cotton ball because she tell everything on everybody. She even so crazy. She told on herself. And then she downgrades the entire black community. That's what she do. That's what she do. And we have to stop the people from disrespecting and downgrading the entire black community. That's what we have to do. We have to upbuild, uplift, and encourage each other. That's what we have to do. We have to learn, like, if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. If you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. But you know what you can do? You can't hurt other people. You can hurt them. You really can. What I'm talking about is making a difference, making a change. So when we talk about internet bullying, y'all tell me one other person that you have seen bully people like she do online. Tell me one other person. People always got these slogans, hurt people, hurt people. Don't let her bring you down to your level, her level. I could never drag the bottom like that. But knuck if you buck. Knuck if you buck, Latrice. Knuck if you buck. She'll fold straight up in a fetal position.
In a fetal position.
Knuck if you buck, because I told you I was going to Will Smith. I told you to keep my name out your mouth. I ask you and I beg you to uplift people, uplift our community, help people. Help people. Help people who can't even help themselves. Give till you can't give no more. Because guess what? Guess what? You can be up today and down tomorrow. Help people. Stop talking about people. Stop saying, I'm a child of God and no weapons formed me will prosper. You forming your own weapons against yourself. You reap what you sow. Everybody do. Everybody do. Stop disrespecting people. I'm telling you, I'm putting your notice to the church. Last time. I'm going to give you one more chance. Because people keep calling me and telling me to leave you alone. Stop talking about you. And that's what I don't get. It's so many content creators that are out there that are actually doing the right thing. But so many people choose to follow. Y'all follow me. I got like 300-some thousand people on my page. Working hard. Lost my home page. Get me up to 500,000. See, people crazy. I promise y'all. They me coming out here saying this is a skit. Do it look like it's a skit? Are you a skit? Demons know how to speak the scripture too. I mean, it's real demons walking on this earth, and I promise you, Latrice ain't speaking no scriptures. She ain't. She ain't. A ride or die. Person ain't gonna break the law. Person that's gonna ride with you and trying to encourage you and tell you to do the right thing. Stop doing this. Stop saying that. Stop telling all your business. Carry yourself like this. You got a platform. People are following. People that try to encourage you. You gonna turn around and say, because we was in the casino gambling, you had to let me borrow some money. Okay, I couldn't get no money. I had got so much out of the bank. It's so many people on here go to the casino, so they know what the lick read. They know what the lick read. Anybody know a realtor right here in Houston, Texas is what I want. Anybody know a realtor right here in Houston, Texas?
Listen to this part.
Anybody know a realtor? I can show me $1 million, $2 million homes like right now today. Anybody know some realtors? Hit me up. Help your people when you in a position like Tabitha Brown. One of the most positive, influential people on Facebook. Tabitha Brown. Be like Tab. I was there when Courtney was portioning seasons in your house and telling you stuff. I was there with Courtney. I was there when BEEEEEN was there. I was there through it all. And like I say, you can always tell me, I got ring cameras of what Chef was and when she was here and Chef said, roll camera. Roll. You're going to tell on yourself like you always do. And they better not ever ask me to testify. Because I got some stuff where you're going to be doing some serious time. Yeah, time. A lot of it. Be the kind of person that help other people. Be the kind of person that, and then you're gonna get mad. Like I had already told you, I couldn't do your cookout. So of course, when I moved my cruise back a week, and I'm talking to my girl, and I decided to come to Houston to spend time with her. I don't owe you nothing to call you and say, hey, my cruise got canceled, I can come. No, I done already forgot about you. I'm going to Houston. It's not even a choice. People can say the kids are out of the conversation. And I don't disrespect nobody kids is talking about anybody kids. But I'm calling it a spade today. If a person, that's why Department of Children and Family Services are set up. That's why they set up. To take people kids that neglect their kids. That neglect their kids. So when people say, hold on, people need.
All right, y'all, that's enough of that. Let me take it down. We've seen what we needed to see. That is some funny shit. I was over here dying laughing at the comments. All right. Y'all in these comments. Oh my God. Did you hear? And I also wrote down some of the things that Crook said that's just hilarious to me. So one of you in the comments said, I'm glad that y'all said a lot. I'm glad that you didn't stop me. I'm glad that Carmen didn't stop, going on this rant, because now you have a whole dissertation to listen to about your damn self with the mental health and the this and the that. She sounds, let me put my psych degree to work, okay? Because y'all know one of my undergrad degrees is a bachelor's of science in psych. All right. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist either. Maybe. But this is giving manic depressive. Definitely. This is giving bipolar. This is giving schizophrenic. This is giving this is giving so many things. It's giving unstable. Period. Point blank. You can categorize it however you want to. This was so outrageous that I literally thought it was a skit. I swear to you. I'm like, there's no way Carmen, at the time I was calling her Chef. No way she's talking all this big boy shit to my son. Knuck if you butt, and I promise you, you gonna fold right up like a fetus. What? You can't do nothing with Latrice Allen, baby. Listen, I don't know either one of these women, but I'm from New York, and I know somebody. I can size people up. Let me just put it like that. Latrice Allen will mollywop her ass. All right, like it will be no competition whatsoever. She talked all the shit. Then she's talking about Latrice's kids. Like, what did she say? You don't even care about you. You don't love yourself. You don't love your kids. Courtney. What she say? Courtney can't get nothing right. Courtney can't do nothing right. That's one of Latrice's kids. Your kids be stealing. You know what I'm saying? She was just talking. Listen, where I'm from, you can talk about people all day long and, blah, blah, blah. But when you start talking about people, kids, shots fired. That's it. Shots fired. And she was very disrespectful. Not only did she talk about Latrice, she doesn't know how to be a mother, blah, blah, blah. She called the kids names. Remy, you about to lose her. You giving her up. You giving up the boys. You giving up the... You gonna call this lady kids by name? It's bad enough you're talking about them. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys the response to this video now, okay? Because this shit was so outrageous, yo. I mean, let me see. She said, oh, she was talking about the whole equally yoked thing, and you all caught that in the comments. Like, yeah, you and Take are equally yoked, definitely. Like, y'all two fucking peas in a pod. I mean, she just didn't make any sense. She was very, she was incoherent. I couldn't understand some of the things that she was saying. But this time, y'all was funny as hell in these comments. I'm sorry. Some of them I try to put up on the screen so you all can see them too. Yeah. And then she talking about something. If you know a realtor in Houston, let me know so I can go look at it. I'm going to look at a house, $1 million, $2 million house. With what? You can't even afford the damn house you in right now for $500,000. So what are you? And it's not even in your name. So how are you going to look? You're just wasting people's time. The realtors, the viewers, your own, everybody's. Like, you need to be looking for an efficiency, baby. Because even though you have the money, we heard it firsthand on an interview that I did on this page with Miss Veronica, that she loses tens of thousands at a time in the casino, and overall she's lost hundreds of thousands, probably up in the millions, easily. Easily. So I mean, this is just ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous. Dakota said, "Knuck you buck." Treese would have tore her ass up in half a second. Treese would have knocked her gums out her mouth. I know she's not going back to when they took Tree's kids because a man lied. She would. She's nothing is beneath her. You know how dirty you got to be to go on the web and put it out there that somebody kids still, they can't do shit right. Her kids can't do anything right. You don't love your kids. You got to be a dirty person, beyond dirty. Dirty's too good for you. Dirty's too good for you. Below that. It's like, yeah. Let's see. Let's see what else you guys said. All right, so this next video I'm going to show you is Latrice's response, and then I'm going to show you Crook's response to Latrice's response, which was an apology. She folded up like a motherfucking penis herself. All right, hold on. I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. I'm going to go to the video, but I'm going to share my screen like we did last night with some of the parts, because I didn't want you guys to wait until I downloaded it, cleaned it up, the response. So I'm going to show it to you. Hang on. I've already queued it up. That and the apology. Hold on. Let me open this up. Hold on a second. Hold on, y'all. All right. All right, here we go. All right. Y'all let me know if you can, you should be able to hear it. You shouldn't have any problems.
I was coming with your phony. Oh my God, you know I'm gonna give it to you, then I'm gonna let you be after this. Cause lady, you don't want these problems. You can't do nothing with me. You remember you was born a woman just like me, and these hands is up to date, honey. Listen. Go there today. So you even talked about this man and compared your food, saying he couldn't cook, and I told you he can. Talk about that. Keep it G. Keep it real. That's why I cut myself away from you, because you're so in competition and you want to use people. You call me, come go to Texas. Oh yeah, this is a good way. If your page, you lose your page, they can help you get another. I don't use people like you do. Lady, you came to, when I tried to be your friend in the beginning, when you first were popping with your first bud apple, that lady that took your page and did what she did to you, you're evil. Acting like you so innocent because you get on here with your creep behind. You get this money from people, yeah, you help people, but you put that other, because you're so in competition and you want to use your phony. Oh my God, you know I'm gonna give it to you, then I'm gonna let you be after this. Cause lady, you don't want these problems. You can't do nothing with me. You remember you was born a woman just like me, and these hands is up to date, honey. Listen. You just got your mouth fixed. You'll be going back to get it fixed again, messing with me. You don't want these problems, Pimple. Go ahead now, little bud apple. Now you don't want these problems with this bud out of here. Okay? Because this bud out of here got the things. Okay, you better sit your old self down somewhere and relax your mind. I know your man ain't your friend no more, and you're going, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, because I ain't said nothing about you since I said what I said the last time. You are phony. You are the phoniest person in the world. You are fake. You are in competition with everybody. You're even in competition with Darius. We're going to go there today. So you even talked about this man and compared your food, saying he couldn't cook. And I told you he can. Talk about that. Keep it G. Keep it real. That's why I cut myself away from you, because you're so in competition and you want to use people. You call me, come go to Texas. Oh yeah, this is a good way. If your page, you lose your page, they can help you get another. I don't use people like you do. Lady, you came to, when I tried to be your friend in the beginning, when you first were popping with your first bud apple, that lady that took your page and did what she did to you, you're evil. Stop acting like you so innocent because you get on here with your creep behind. You get this money from people, yeah, you help people, but you put you put some in your pockets too to go gamble with. You need to tell it all. I done broke bread, gave you. You ain't never gave me nothing. You ain't never gave me 50 cents. Okay, lady, you borrowed money from me to go gamble because you got a gambling problem. You don't met this, and I don't like to even put that woman in it, but you fall in love too damn quick. You're just desperate, and you're looking for love. You've been looking for love for the love.
So I put it on mute right quick. So sometimes when you share your screen, which is what I'm doing right now, it doesn't translate over well, right? Just depending on the video, how the video was made, et cetera, et cetera. But you all can hear it now, right? I'm watching the comments on my cell phone too. Can you all hear it? I think you can hear it now. Not right now. I have it on pause, but you all can hear it. Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay.
Baby, you probably thought you was gonna get love out of me, but I don't like bulldoggers that want to be a man. I like them to be a regular film, baby. I might as well be the man my damn self. Because I sound like one and I'm built like one. You don't listen here, old lady. I don't know what you must be done ran out of cooking ideas. But you ain't gonna come for me, lady. You phony, you've been phony, and you've been fake. You are fake as ever. And you tell Darius how you say he can't cook. Keep it G. And that's on my children's life. Tell the truth. You are fake and in competition with that man, secretly. You brought me around him to try to use him for clout, and I told you I don't want to do that. You are always trying to get clout off of people. You don't want these problems. I'll be back up that way in a couple of days. Baby, I don't pull up to nobody's house. But if you want to meet me in the field, I'm always ready. Okay? I don't know why you bother me, lady, but I don't know if that lady that made you mad. You up there eating no coochie a day later after you got your mouth fixed. You got your mouth fixed and you over there eating no coochie. I wish you should have got a goddamn infection. You ain't even let your mouth heal. You fake and be. You promised to come cook for my cookout, my party, before you met that lady when you was with the girl in Chicago. She was going to host and you was going to cook. You always bite yourself. Ooh, let me come over there. Let's do something with Randy. Don't come for me, lady. You the one bringing want to try to act like you so for people. Baby, I don't need none of y'all back around me. I didn't come to you. You came to me when you lost your page because you had a motive, hope. You had a motive just like the rest of them. You lost your page when your woman took it and you came and want to be my friend. But when I tried to reach out to you when you had your first page, you didn't want to, you act like you was better than me. I should have never let you into my life from the beginning. You are fake, you are phony, and you're all about trying to use people for their damn money. But talk about how you dog people out behind their back. You don't give a damn about people. You just want people around for clout. That's all you're good for. Lady, I got this off the muscle of myself. I don't go using nobody. I don't go trying to hang around people because I'm trying to get clout. Talk about that. Oh, bragging that mouth. Yo, ooh, baby, that mouth. You over there had a nerve to sit over there talking some junk. Know your damn mouth all the way messed up. You up there couldn't wait to get your teeth, trying to get your mouth fixed. Up there buying love. You buy love, lady. And I mean you buy it like crazy. And you up here, you can't talk about nobody. You fake, phony, and it'll never be real. All in competition with other cooks. Always talking about what nobody else can't do. You think you better than everybody. Lady, you ain't. Girl, listen here. You ain't the best. You ain't the best. You got some good food over there. But baby, when I ate Darren's meal, every meal he had was good that day. And he can't cook. You cook better than him. You was a damn hater. You been a hater. You a fake, and you're sad. How you try to hold on to people because you're holding on us because you know we popping. He a damn fool if he don't understand. You ain't real shit. You ain't gonna never be real. You put on a good act. But baby, you is not what it is. Look at y'all. Y'all couldn't wait to come on here and be nosy. Y'all so nosy. Y'all couldn't wait to come on here and be nosy. I don't know why this lady come for me. Hold on, let's take a break. Let's take a break. She wanna be in my position. That's what you want. That's what you want. Go on over there and keep eating that lady coochie. Your gums gonna rot beneath them damn teeth up there. Just couldn't wait to get you. Go send me a picture of your mouth. All happy. Now you supposed to be over here cooking for my get together. But I was your friend. That's what I was. See, I ain't bull that with you. Would have never bull that with you. Because you're ugly to me. You damn sure ain't cute. You're funny looking. I don't give a damn. The only thing you know how to do is dress and cook a meal here and there. But baby, you damn sure is not cute. And that's on everything I love. You is not cute at all. Okay? You is messed up. That's why you knew you were ugly. That's why you became a bull. Because you was a funny looking something. You should have. That man was the only man that ever loved you. And you should have stayed there with him. You came for the right one today. You've been messy. When I brought that man to your house, you wanted him to be seen on your camera. You've been messy. You knew I told you I didn't want him to be show, but
happened? I didn't pause it. Hold on, y'all.
Food over there. But baby, when I ate Darren's meal, every meal you put on a good act. But baby, you is not what it is. Look at y'all. Y'all couldn't wait to come on here and be nosy. Y'all so nosy. Y'all couldn't wait to come on here and be nosy. I don't know why this lady comes to me. Hold on, let's take a break. Oh, let's take a break. She wanna be in my position. That's what you want. That's what you want. Go on over there and keep eating that lady coochie. Your gums gonna rotting beneath them damn teeth up there. Just couldn't wait to get there. Oh, I gotta go send me a picture of your mouth. All happy. No, you supposed to be over here cooking for my get together. But I was your friend. I was your friend. That's what I was. See, I ain't bull that with you. Would have never bull that with you. Because you're ugly to me. Your damn show ain't cute. You're funny looking. I don't give a damn. The only thing you know how to do is dress and cook a meal here and there. But baby, you damn show is not cute. And that's on everything I love you. It's not cute at all. Okay? Your CQ is messed up. You knew you were ugly. That's why you became bull that one. Because you was a funny looking something. You should have. That man was the only man that ever loved you. You should have stayed there with him. So you came for the right one today. You've been messing. You've been messing. When I brought that man to your house, you wanted him to be seen on your camera. You've been messing. You knew I told you I didn't want him to be show, but you been messing. She been messing. Want to come for me because she must be got. You ain't got no content. You ain't got nothing else to cook. You cooking the same damn thing. Find something else to cook. Cook a raccoon. Cook an alligator. Cook a deer. Cook something else. Cook something. Goddamn it. Do some Italian food. Do some goddamn Chinese food. We sick of you frying everything over there. Okay? We want you to come up with something else over there with them barbecue ribs. Oh, this girl, stop looking here. Go get a cookbook. Study. You need to be learning from Darius because I'm gonna keep it real. He a beast. But when I knew you was fake when you said that, and I told people that was around me. I said, she talk about that man. She talks about me. That's just what I said, y'all, from the bottom of my
heart. Oh my God. Hold up, y'all. Let me pause this. Hold on. Yo, this is funny as fuck to me. You understand what I'm saying? She went in. She said the only thing you could do is dress and cook a meal here or there. She said, cook something. Do something. Do something with your life. Just cook. Funny as hell. Oh my God. So fucking funny. All right. Let me take y'all to the next. Hold on. Hold on a second. This shit was so funny to me. It was beyond. Okay? Beyond. You over there eating on rotten coochie with them gums. Eating coochie with them rotten gums. Baby, listen. I don't know what the hell Crook was thinking about when she called herself doing that little rant. She must have been geeked the fuck up because there's no way she thought that Latrice Allen was going to be like, oh, all right. She was over there talking about me. God, I wish she wouldn't do that. There's no way. This lady, listen, she went. Let me put some of these comments up. I'm gonna play you guys the I'm gonna play you guys the response that Crook after Crook saw this, or her whole everything changed. Oh my God, this was funny. Not dressed with them old man suits. Oh my God. Cook a raccoon. Oh my goodness. Somebody said Chef was on those Percocets from the dentist. Probably. That don't sound like perk talk. That sound like straight oxy talk to me. She said cook a raccoon. Cook something. We talk about this a lot on this page. I always talk about how you know, she cooks the same thing over and over again. She's always cooking the same shit. So, oh God, it's just so freaking funny. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get the response for you guys. Hold on. Oh, have mercy. Hold on, y'all. Talking about some. Well, she told her age with that one, Lori. Talking about some what you call it, a bulldog. But she said she was a bulldogger herself, as she said. So she said, "I want shit. I might as well be the man my damn self." She said, I like femmes." I said, "Okay, go ahead, Latrice, tell it before she tell it." All right, I want to put the response up. Hold on.
Hey, hi, Carmen.
What's up, man?
How are you? Now the word on the curve.
Hold on, y'all. Lord have mercy. Let me see. Mm-mm-mm. Okay.
Is that you are very upset? Hey, hi, Carmen.
What's up, man?
How are you?
I can't complain.
Your volume low. I'm gonna try to listen. Now the word on the curve is that you are very upset.
I mean, I really am kind of disappointed because, you know, when I asked you not to put the video up because I just wanted to go away, and you know, I apologize on my page, and I think I owe everybody an apology who felt like I was wrong because it's just a way to do things and address things, and I think, you know, my anger on things that were said, it's like retaliating against another black woman like I did. I definitely have to look at the things that I said and the things that I did. And, you know, people like, well, you could have talked to her and all this. You know, we can't afford to get caught up in our feelings, even though we're human and we hurt just like everybody else. So, first of all, publicly, I'd like to apologize to Latrice Allen. And I just want this to stop. I didn't want a reaction video. You know, I can't control what you or anyone else do. I just want us all to get along. I want us all to be able to help each other, uplift and build each other. And I wasn't doing that, you know, because I was upset and I was in my feelings. And that's I just wanted to end and for us to go on and help and encourage each other and help people that need hope. This drama, I mean, I created this. Well, I was a part of creating this, and I really just want to put it to rest.
Yeah, but you do realize though that like the drama, unfortunately, like it's a cycle, right? So it's like we've done, and I'm saying we, but so much has been done that it's like, all right, in order for it to die down, it don't die down in 2 seconds. Like it will die down, like it will. The news cycle will change, but when you bring people into, and I'm learning this the hard way, when you bring people into your life, like you know, me and Jerome, like especially that situation, especially when you do it on social media, like you have to have closure. Everybody just can't move on and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? Some people need to have like a cycle of closure because that's just how people are made. And I honestly, I felt like the video I did was me stating I'm neutral. Was me because people come to me, well you on Chef Carmen's side, somebody else.
Her entire family, and I pray for forgiveness. Negativity and drama.
And then Domingo, how can you say that? Because you lashed that at her too, which I did.
Yeah, but it was a knee-jerk reaction.
Relationship, I pray. I pray for Latrice Allen, her kids, her entire family, and I pray for forgiveness that she can find it her heart to forgive me for even reacting. Whether she started it or I started, it's like kids that go to school. If somebody hits you, you can't hit them back.
Right.
You just can't. And I hit back, and I have to accept the responsibility for my actions and the things that I said. So, it's way too much going on in the midst of a pandemic, going through monkeypox. And it's just so much going on. And there's so many positive things that we can do right now to help each other out and help each other and not tear each other down.
Yeah, and Carmen, I thought my video was the start of that, honestly. My video was not intended to be anything negative. My video, and even when I got on your page, you remember the live I did with you? And I asked you all those questions, those clarifying questions? The same thing I did with her. My video was not to perpetuate the mess. It was to try to start bringing closure. What is the real issue going on here? And then how do we be able to solve it and seek healing?
Well, I think the whole issue that started all this, and to be totally honest, my heart, my soul up to God, the whole issue with this whole thing and why it went left like it did is because Latrice she views things differently from the way I do things. I mean, she figured if you're her friend and you tell her something and she see you doing something else, she reacts. And sometimes she reacts in a good way, sometimes maybe not so good, but she reacted in a way to a situation in which I had a cruise plan, and the day that the cruise got pulled back, and she already had another ship coming. I didn't even think about, hey, go to help Latrice. Then I'm thinking about coming to.
And you know what, Carmen? Wait, let me just stop you for 1 second. Hold on 1 second. You should not feel any kind of way for changing your mind, number one, and deciding to spend time with Tay, number two. That is your fiance. Why are you made to feel ashamed because you made a decision to spend time with loved ones when you have free time, right? So that's just how I feel about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, but that's why I did. And then somebody said, why'd you bring it up today? Well, the reason why I brought it up today is because I saw a repost of the video and I just wanted to go away because people in my inbox asking me questions about it. I'm like, I really just want this to go away. And I plan on reaching out to Latrice a little bit later today. And just, Latrice is a really good person too. I can't sit on here and bash this woman who I've hung out with just because we had an argument. All I can do is try and make it right and move on. She and I may not be trying to be friends like that no more after this. Right. And neither one of us.
What I told you when I was in Houston.
But it's better to have peace.
What I ain't gonna say what I told you when I was in Houston, but I said, everybody got to be around. We can have everybody. We can have our little moments. You know what I'm saying? Somebody down and stop. Like we got.
That I was there.
But that's what I mean.
All right,
as
y'all.
loud as we are with saying what we say, even if you think she said.
Let me take this off. Listen. So y'all heard Crook just do a complete 360. Forget 180. She did a complete turnaround, y'all. Oh, Lord have mercy. Listen, I want to read some of the comments now because Cherry Smith Crooks don't get put out of the room again. What's Cherry doing? She's the female version of Donald Trump. Let's see. Crook's worried about monkeypox. Give me a break. She apologized to Latrice on Facebook. Instead of dealing with her directly, Crook followers got on her case. She was looking like an old ass drunk. Did y'all notice Tree said that she keeps some of that donation money to gamble? Lust has ruined it all. That's not an apology. What's Cherry Smith Crooks doing? I don't know. We'll just block her. Just because I saw enough of you guys saying that she was doing something. Somebody said you should have called her. Okay. Oh, God have mercy. Let me see. She's running scared now. She just throws out random words. Oh, my God. That's funny as hell. Let's see. Listen to this heifer. Y'all something else, I swear. Let me see how far behind of a lag this is. I don't think I realized that. It was pulled, but Coach had downloaded it to her computer, I think. That's right. I just took myself to the living room before I was told with my blankets and pillow. I guess y'all was up cracking up laughing at this shit. It is laughable. I will say that. Let me see. I just found this whole thing super funny, to be honest with you, because Crook had so much to say. You know, like you all said, she was on medication and et cetera, but that, like, talking the way that she was talking, like she wanted Latrice to roll up to her house and, you know, just popping mad shit only to go back and renege on all of it. I guess that perk wore off, huh? You came all the way down like, oh, what did I do? What did I say? Because you know Latrice is not about to be playing with your ass at all. Oh, let me see. Oh, please give me a break. Oh, I read that one already. Let's see. What meds is she on? If she would have called my cell phone. Makita Jackson said, I made a video talking about you and your children, but I'll call you later. Ass scammer. And then she had the nerve to even say in the apology video, oh, Latrice is a good person. She's a good person. She's a good person, but you just was talking mad shit about her. Like, okay, girl. Let's see. She lied once again and just made herself look dumb. That's what she does. I bet you Tay's cracking up behind the scenes. Can't be trusted. She said monkeypox. She's always trying to play the victim. She's a narcissist. Okay. She's got to change her entire circle. She can't. The damage has been done. I agree. Why did I get blocked on Facebook? I thought I just got put in timeout for a few. So you agree with the timeout? Listen, if y'all get in this room acting crazy, saying crazy stuff, harassing the other people in the room, or on another page talking shit, and I find out about it, I'm going to ban you from this page. That's just it. I'm going to ban you. And so many people get in my inbox like, hey, could you unblock me? I don't know what I did. I know what you did. Let's see. Her drugs must have kicked in. Chef should have talked to Latrice before she went live. I agree. Scary, but Crook didn't want Latrice to repeat the part of pocketing money from Cash App. That part. Oh my God, so funny. It's absolutely disgusting. She left Rico for the holidays. I agree. I didn't even think about it from that point, Dorothy. Because they were saying Rico's coming into town. Listen, that whole Rico's coming into town, because even Took said that. Took and Crook. Rico's coming up. Y'all remember. They knew then, Crook and Took, that they were not bringing Rico into Houston for no damn Thanksgiving. But it sounded good. And they knew people were really concerned about it. Like, what's going to happen to Rico? Is he going to still be around? Is he going to have a place to stay? They knew for a fact that people were very concerned about what was going to happen with Rico during the holidays. So they played that until up until the day of. Like, oh, he's not here. Yeah, you didn't send for him. She didn't want that ass beat down. No, it's not. Words can't be taken back when spoken. Margaret, I say this all the time. But what I say is, which is very similar, you cannot unshoot a gun. You can't. Once that bullet is discharged, that's it. You can't recall it. And that's exactly like words. Once they come out of this mouth, that's it. You cannot recall words at all. You can try to apologize and explain and backpedal and all that. But once those words are out, it's just like a bullet. It's out. You can't recall it. Let's see. You can't take back what you said about that woman's kids. I agree. Maybe if she kept it to just Latrice, like a beef between those two, and was just talking about Latrice only. Latrice might have not clapped back so hard, but that shit was funny. Good morning, Jacqueline. Was that the first time they had a fight? Yes, that I know of publicly. She's from the PJs. She be trying to flip that money. Crook is from the PJs. Cherry was talking about her husband. Shared. No, don't block her. It was all fun. Oh, okay. Sure, you about to be blocked too. I just saw several people coming up asking about saying something about her, like get her or something like that. I don't know. I never had a problem with Cherry Smith, though. She got put out the room by her husband. Now she's in the living room. Y'all woke me. You woke me all the way up. Sherry don't want no smoke with Latrice. Take will never speak on Latrice because she knows better also. Listen, I don't even know what possessed Crook to even start talking about her in that way because, yeah. She sounds like a cartoon character, Bullwinkle with the big teeth. Let's see what else. She's talking about her husband. Yes, I know, Yvette. Thank you. Let's see. She got scared of Tweet. She got scared of Tree Sweetheart. That's funny. Let's see. Liquor sometimes. Liquor ain't medication. That bitch had a big liquor ball. Latrice would have Nuck a buck up on her, and Latrice don't play. Let's see what else. Now that would have been a funny ass fight with those two. I don't think so. I think Latrice would have won that hands down. Let's see. I fear Carmen's career. Is over. Nobody is going to want to work with her. Probably. You're probably right. Let's see. She wanted Latrice to make Took jealous. She wanted Latrice to make Took jealous to lie some more on her. Two-faced. Every time she responds, she digs a deeper hole for herself. I agree. Dawn said, you can never make that right after talking about my kids. I agree. Let's see what else. Ain't shit good about Lytrice. She's something her own son. Let's see what else. What happened to Nurse Christine? I don't know what happened to Nurse Christine. Let's see. Well, y'all get out my comments about this cherry stuff. Like, y'all the ones put it up on the screen. So I can't entertain you and, be scrutinizing your comments to see if you're playing or real or not. So I'll take care of it after this live is over, but leave it alone already, please. Coach, can you tell your moms to chill? We're trying to tell you something. They keep deleting my comments. I see your comments. Let's see. This is CN Night Owl News. I love it. It's like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. It's not happening. Once you say something, that's it. Kids are off limits, period. That's the end. Hello, teammates. Carla is a B. Who's Carla? When you used to hard work, Karma, he probably means Carmen. When you used to hard words about someone's children, there's no turning back. You meant it, even if you're on the pill. I agree. Let's see. I wonder what they're doing on the side. It's been real. Oh, goodness. That's funny. Let's see. I don't know why this Microsoft thing comes up all the time. It just stays like this. Microsoft dashboard is annoying. Let's see. I wish this thing would go away. Oh, there it is. Okay. Coach, did you check the court calendar? Yes. Yes, I did. I absolutely checked it today. I went looking for documents to see if what was out there. And there's no there's nothing on the docket for trial or hearing or any of that. So the last thing that was filed on the 17th, and we already went over that one. So yeah, you're not missing anything. McCorma who? Laura who? Oh my goodness. Let's see. So the whole Rico thing, we talked about this, extensively. We were all wondering if Rico was going to go, what he was going to do for Thanksgiving. And if you recall, Crook had a layover in Atlanta. Remember, she was making all those big promises in the Atlanta airport when she was going to Houston. She flew from Orlando to Atlanta, and then from Atlanta to Houston. She could have met Rico in Atlanta. She could have been like, okay, buddy, pack your bags and, be at the airport because I have a layover and we'll go to Houston together. But she didn't do that. That was never the plan, probably. Dorothy Dandridge said, at this point, it has to be mental health. Old people supposed to have wisdom. Okay. Somebody said, what happened to her friend Ice? I don't know. All I know is I definitely was not trying to read that damn book that she sent me at all. First of all, because it started off disrespectfully. I don't know. Y'all talking about me all. I never said anything about that lady at all. Let's see. Hi, Brindley. Welcome back. All of Crook's friends done got the hell out of then got the hell away from her. Yeah, I agree. Hey, Crystal, good morning. Let's see. Looks more like Mr. Ed. No one mentioned Teresa's friend. Trend knows Take. They still kick in and talk about whatever else doing Take's got going on. I don't know. I can't read that. It's a lot of people up. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, you must, Miss Ava, you must this the night crew. We be up late. Let's see. Nah, we need to get Chef's ex-husband up on here. He's still on Facebook. I know. Darius is straddling both sides of the fence. They say a drunk person. I don't know that, I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough about him to, say one way or the other if he is or not. But I can tell you, when you're friends with two people, it's hard to pick a side. You don't want to pick a side because the other person will be mad at you. So you try to kind of stay in that neutral lane. But I will also say that when your friend is wrong, whomever, when my friends are wrong, I check them. I let them know. I mean, I do it publicly, but I definitely let them know, like, okay, you're tripping. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I have another video for you guys too. This is the last video I have. Thank you for reminding me of that. Who was it? Carol Davis. Thank you. I do have it. Let me show it to you right quick. Most of you have already seen it, but I think it's absolutely freaking hilarious that Crook finally took she took what we said to heart. She needs to get her ass up to that dentist's office because get those teeth fixed. So let's see. Boo, 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 boo. Recordings. That's not what I want. Custom files. Going to DCIM. And then here. And then sort by. Oh, here it is. All right, y'all. Look at this. It's me. Baby, she went to the dentist. She got that mouth covered up. She know it's fucked. She already know it's torn up from the window to the wall, okay? She got that little thing up, but she want to let y'all haters know. Bitch, I'm at the dentist. I might be late, but I'm at the dentist. Better late than never. Oh shit, I forgot. I gotta go, and now I have to cut that little piece out because I don't know how they get away with putting music in their videos and da 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 da, but I can't do that. That's why I didn't upload it. I knew it was a reason I didn't upload it for you guys to look at tonight because of the music in the background. I mean, I don't know how they do it, but yeah, Facebook definitely don't be playing games with people. Nikki. Nerik said, first off, that goes under your chin. Not when you don't have any, not when you're the Gerber baby, okay? You wanna, when you're an adult Gerber baby, you wanna cover that up. And he could cook his ass off. Let's see, Mexico messed her up full charge too. I don't know about that. Makita said, Crook, going back to Atlanta now, traveling nurse friends will come out to play. No popcorn over lately. Yeah, Crook's on her way back to Atlanta. She said that, she got some things to take care of here before she moves to Texas. So we'll see. I bet she's getting dentures and not implants. I mean, she needs something. Tay wanted all chef friends and family out of her life so she can have full control. Boom. And what other way? Let me take this down. Hold on. It said, Tay wants everyone out of her life so she can have full control. And that way others can't get in her ear about what and how she's treating her user. 100%. And this happens a lot in relationships, especially one with men who are very dominant and abusive and want their women to be separated from everybody in the world so they can continue to abuse her in peace. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time. And not just with men, it happens across the board, but I'm just specifically talking about some men right now. She's using a reel. She listened to you about them teeth. I thank God, baby. You need to get them teeth back for sure. She's had her hair up since New York. Is she going to wash it? Oh my God. I have my hair up too, but I wash my hair as much as is needed. Black people don't need to wash our hair every single day or even every week, to be honest. Let's see. I say before she spends millions on a house in Houston, invest in your mouth. Holla sounds better than her. Y'all something else. Oh, I see. Thank you, Regina, for saying that. That's a reel which Facebook allows. Okay. They said she was getting her gums cleaned. Party time for Take right now, turning up. What if she's getting a gold grill? Now Crook has everyone on Facebook feeling sorry for her and wants everyone to pray for her. God don't bless no mess. Tay is only sticking around because she doesn't want to be slaughtered with embarrassment. Let's see. That's the job of took or take. Oh, that's the job of took to take. Oh my goodness. Somebody said, for real, right? That hair must be putrid. Would you happen to have the video where Took said that Rico's not moving in with them when they became newlyweds? I didn't know. I never saw that video. But believe me, if I did, I would have posted it by now. Well, it would have been part of the program. If someone does have that video, please definitely, the video where Crook says that Rico's not moving with them, you know, when they become newlyweds. Okay, whatever. First of all, y'all both, like, y'all older, y'all are up in age, so all that newlywed, you know, no, like y'all done been there and done that how many times in your life now? Multiple. So stop it. Let the man move in. I mean, you're his you're his payee, you know. Let's see. So now throw her an ear of corn. Let's see what she can do after she get those teeth in. Well, now everyone is taking the blinders off about her. I want to say this too, because again, I want to be responsible with this platform. If you are watching this live and you're sitting there thinking to yourself how you've also been duped by Crook, Carmen, definitely reach out to me. Please don't get in my inbox with hearsay or what you said or what you thought she said. You have to have receipts, okay? We are a receipt-oriented program, okay? So make sure if she scammed you, conned you, made promises to you, took money from you that she collected from other people, I want to hear about it. I want to know about it. That's what this platform is for. So definitely reach out to me. Send me a message. I love talking to you all. Chit chat. Y'all are always in my box with little chit chat. Please, if you don't have anything substantial about Crook or Crook Carmen, you know, I'm not going to bring you on the show unless and until you have something substantial, like we did with Miss Veronica the other day. She came on the show. She sent me receipts. She was credible. Everybody knows, you know, remembers her story when it was on, and, you know, she was being showcased on Carmen's program and all that. So we were familiar with her. We were familiar with the Gibsons. And I'm not saying that she hasn't scammed people who we're not familiar with. But if you reach out to me, please just be respectful of my time, and I'm going to be respectful of your time. Let me know what it is that she did and send the receipts to me. But having like 2-hour long conversations just about everything and anything, I cannot do that. I'm sorry. I have a lot on my plate right now. But I'm happy to help you if you have truly been conned and scammed by her and you can prove it. All right? So reach out to me, definitely. All right. Let's see. Are you in New York or Atlanta? I'm in Atlanta. Blessings, Coach Nandy. Thanks for all you're doing. We all felt something was wrong with her lately and are truly concerned. Absolutely. Let's see. What millions? You mean a doghouse? Did y'all hear when she talking about something? She wanted to go look at million or $2, $3 million, $1, $2 million homes. Girl, bye. Bet Took couldn't wait to wash her pillowcase stinking mouth. Oof. Tay is not going anywhere until her lockbox is full. Boom. Exactly. I wish Crook would buy Rico some clothes and stop having him wearing that same orange shirt every single day. I don't know how it is now, but back in the day, if you were a payee of someone's, you had to you had a clothing allowance, right? And stuff like that. Like a certain amount of money was built into the payment that you get for clothes and food and, kind of that kind of stuff. Yeah, she's being like, come on, it's just ridiculous. Give the man some other kind of shirt. I don't think they will make it to a wedding. Yes, they will. Took's in this she's playing the long game, okay? She's playing chess, not checkers, okay? Let's see. Took just hanging around with Crook to see if Crook is awarded any money from company and boss lady. Boom. Someone said earlier on here that boss lady fired Jesse because she didn't know that he was getting $1,000 per week. Let me write that down. Hold on. I mean, I'm not going to, yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But that's a lot of money. That's $4,000 a month to be shooting, some damn peach cobbler over and over. Let's see. And some red beans and rice. Yeesh. I heard somewhere that Crook isn't actually moving in with Took. Okay. Rico better stay his ass in Atlanta. I know that's right. Crook got to get her own house. Damn. Ain't shit new about them newlyweds. Please. That's what I'm saying. Right. That part. Nikki said they old weds. Shit. Newlyweds. Girl, bye. Right? I need more seasonings. Love them, but should I keep supporting? Yes. Keep supporting the small business. Absolutely. Y'all notice I never said anything bad about those seasonings. I encourage y'all to buy them and, continue to support the business. I mean, the money's not going directly to Crook. She's already acknowledged that. I mean, and it seems like that Crook has completely fallen away from everything she's, supposed to be doing. So somebody was like, so Crook had this post on her page earlier today, like, hey, what's your favorite thing to serve with prime rib or whatever it was? And somebody sent something to my inbox, their response to her, which was, credit cards and scamming and scheming and bank fraud and all kind of shit, right? That's what they put as what they want to eat, as, have as their side item to prime rib. I'm sure that person's blocked right now, but they sent me a screenshot of it. It was funny as hell. Let's see. Crook and Took will be Crookly weds. Not Crookly weds. Oh my God, I love it. Coach, do you have to pay taxes from Facebook money they give you? Well, I haven't made any Facebook money, but I do anticipate getting some because we definitely be in these streets and we be on their asses. And I spend a lot of time on this little blue app bringing stuff to you guys. But yes, any money that you get, unless you have like a non-for-profit or, something like that, the government coming for those taxes. Please believe me. So yeah, absolutely. You have to pay taxes from the Facebook money you get. Absolutely. You do. And that's where a big part of where I believe Crook's tax problems are coming from. For sure, after Crook posted her video, it changed how I see her and feel about Crook. She wasn't who she pretended to be. I agree. When she posted that video calling her MF, like that mother, and she was like, "No, I can't curse about it." But yeah, you let it out. That's who you are. Like Juan Garcia, I appreciate that. He said, "Like and share. Please like this live. Please share this live. Heart it, like it, etc." I would appreciate it. Thanks. Let's see. I just saw that video of her and the cancer lady. Yeah, that was covered in my live yesterday. Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Cherry Smith, how long am I blocked on Facebook? You have to wait until I get off this app. Like, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing right now and unblock you. I mean, I will, though. I've already written it down. So, but you're in here. You're on Facebook. I haven't banned you on Facebook. They've already told me they were just playing. I can't decipher what's real and what's play when I'm on here focused on you all, trying to answer your questions, trying to, go through videos, et cetera, et cetera. All I saw was that you needed to be banned. And I see that a lot in these comments. People will let me know, but clearly they were just playing. So you have to wait, okay, on Facebook until I get off. Right now, that's not my priority, but I did write it down. Soon as Chef get the rest of the stuff out of Boss Lady's house, it's going down. I think Tay is going to get real cutthroat. I can see it already. I showed you all the video. I don't know if you all were in here or not, but I showed you guys the video of Crook at Tay's house when they were putting up the tree. And Crook was like, "Oh, this is so beautiful. I could sleep down here. I could stay down here, just sleep and watch this tree all night." Then she panned the camera over. She was like, "I could sleep right there on the couch." That shit looked like it was already made up for her. Thank you, Emily. Yes, it's sad that Rico can't stay in the house with them, but that's Tay doing. But it was okay for Chef to open her house up and let all of Tay's friends and her son stay in her house. Chef didn't make them get no motel. Oh, Bonita, now that's a word. You're right. You're right. Absolutely right. The friends there sitting at the bar eating breakfast, hot prepared breakfast in the morning. The son was there, and I heard Crook say, her house is Took's son house. Wow, that's true about her lockbox is full. I used all my turkey seasonings up. Should we order more or wait to see who's on it? Order the seasonings, y'all. Order the seasonings. When we get Latrice back, when will we get? I heard Latrice. She and Latrice are friends again now, so I don't know. They still do. He probably buys a pack of orange teas. Maybe it's possible. I've never seen a damn pack of orange teas, but maybe around Halloween time they're available. They're like seasonal or something. I don't know. Take is a black widow. Ooh. I have dropped my phone 5 times. It's time to go to bed. If Crook buys a house, she will lose it to the casino gambling for sure. Oh, she definitely gonna mortgage that motherfucking house and put it up. I can see y'all see the gangster videos where like my bosses are sitting around at poker tables smoking their cigar, and they lose everything, and then they take their car keys out, jingle them in their hand like, I don't want to do it, but, and then they throw the car keys up on the table, the house keys, everything. I can see it. I can definitely see it. Why would she care if Rico changes clothes? She don't do it too often herself. She's supposed to be in Atlanta now. The question is, will she be returning back to Houston? Oh, she's going back to Houston. Whether Take likes it or not. Listen. Crook is homeless at this point. Okay? To be homeless and have so much money at your disposal on a regular basis. If you're homeless because you lost your job or something catastrophic happened to you, absolutely, I understand that. My prayers go out to you, and I know that situation will change. You may be delayed or derailed, but not denied. Okay, so you'll come back from that. But when you are a habitual accused gambler and, you know, alcoholic and, you know, hardcore drug addict and, you know, terrible with your money management. I mean, Miss Veronica told us that she saw Crook lose $8,000 at a time in the casino, like it was nothing. She said tens of thousands of dollars every time she goes, and hundreds of thousands in a year. Certainly, probably up to over $1 million. And she even said, like, you know, even the dealer would say, you know, when she got up and walked away, like, wow, she didn't have a good night tonight. Like, most people go to the casino to like try to flip their money. A lot of people I know, like I see a lot of black people on the craps table when I go to the casino. You know, we know how to play some craps. I don't, but you know, they're trying to flip their money and make it do what it do. Ma'am, you losing a ton of money to the casino. You trying to flip. You don't need to flip your money unless gambling is just your poison. You just addicted so badly to gambling. That's crazy to me. Let's see. Are the seasonings good? I like to season. I've purchased seasonings before from them. Absolutely. And they were absolutely not terrible. I will definitely say that. But I'm the kind of person, I like to put my own amount of garlic powder and onion powder and black pepper, salt, whatever else I want to put on my food. I like to do it by hand myself separately. I don't like any stores mixed seasonings or anything like that. No, I like to measure out my own seasonings. But no, they were absolutely not bad, and I encourage you to continue to buy them. Tank is cold-blooded, but Black Widow can't be trusted. I will never buy that country time again. Not with her FICO credit score of 150 out of 850 will buy a house. What a joke. Not you. I'm asking about Carmen and Tate. What'd you say? Let's see. Hold on. Let me go up a little bit. They still do. Cook gets Tate to co-sign for your house in Houston. I don't think Tate's going to do that. Tate's a hustler her damn self. Where is Stephanie? I need seasoning mixed recipes. Oh, God. You'd probably be better off getting Rico for the Rico's the one. Thanks, Coach, for answering my question. You are a beautiful, worthy angel. Teammates. Oh, thank you so much, Monica. That's so sweet. Not at all. Thank you. I look for Take to tell Crook to stay in Atlanta until her court case is over. An excuse to exit Crooklyn. Listen, that court case, this is Georgia, and the courts are still trying to like catch up from the whole COVID thing, you know. That's like 2 years they're behind. It's a while. I think that, first of all, Crook has to be out of the house by December 13th. So I don't see this case getting on the docket by the 13th of this year. We're in holiday season mode right now. And I know the court still goes on and the beat goes on, but no, I don't see this happening until after the first of the year. And she has to be out of the house regardless. So she can stay in Atlanta until the court date, but no. Once you earn $600 in profits, yes, you have to pay taxes. Crook won't be eating for something poor Take? Crook won't be eating for something poor Take? Yes, Cook has changed for the worse, all for some Texas chitterlings. Cat with no edges. Oh, God have mercy. Let's see. Boss Lady is there for it. The Christmas guys she wanted. Cherry said it's just so much fun on Facebook. Cherry, I'm going to unblock you. I know you're not asking me again, but I have it written down. I can't do it right now, but I will do it. And that's only because, so please, people who've been blocked legitimately, If you were blocked, I definitely tell my moderators, like, don't block people just all haphazardly, don't do that. Even, her supporters, they get on here talking crazy. It depending on how crazy they get, just delete the comment, let them live. You know what I'm saying? But so those people, please don't ask me to I get so many messages every day like, can you unblock me? I don't know what I did. Then I go look at my phone and I know what you did. You might have forgotten, but I know. Like, people send me stuff all the time. I'm not on any of those blogs, but all of you all are. So a lot of times y'all will send me screenshots of something somebody said, about that whole situation that happened with, that other page or whatever, not being able to connect, or that y'all were, cheering them on when they was talking shit about it. So, I'm just saying, I just don't want those vibrations over here. That's all that I'm saying. So, hopefully they will take her face off the seasonings. Let me put my MBA hat on. Let me think about this. So, seasoning line up for question, up for 100% ownership, right? This boss lady, she wants the company. She wants to buy her out, from what I understand. And even if that doesn't happen, I think at this point, to rebrand the business, there's going to definitely need to be a rebranding. I mean, you all are already in the comments asking, should I continue to buy? People are betwixt and between about purchasing the seasonings. What's the fate of the business, etc. I don't know any of that. I know that it's a small business, and you should still continue to support them if you have enjoyed the seasonings in the past. Don't cut off your own nose to spite your own face. But I will say that they're going to have to find a new chef, like a chef. They can do it. It can absolutely be done, 100%. They have to find a new chef who's committed to bringing us no drama and straight cooking, like shit we don't already know how to cook. All right, I know how to cook peach cobbler. Okay, I know how to cook red beans and rice. I know how to fry chicken. I mean, I know how to do this is cook type shit. I need someone, and I think it will benefit the company very much if they had a legitimate chef who is creative, who understands that they need to be professional yet personable. There's a thin line between being professional and being personable in a professional atmosphere at work or whatever it may be with your customers, clients, followers. There's a thin line, but you have to know how to finesse that line, right? You're professional, but you're personable. But you're not overly personable and you're not overly professional, because people don't want to deal with it. People want to see who you are as a person. So you have to know how to finesse that balance of personal and personable and professional. And Cook has no fucking concept whatsoever of how to finesse the line. She crosses those lines all the time. So someone who doesn't have a lot of drama and controversy surrounding their name, someone who understands that we tuned in first to Crook years ago for the cooking and not the drama and the trauma. All right. They can do it. They can easily do it. I think people want to see it. Let's see. Coach, when you go live tomorrow, go over them jailhouse receipts Miss Cleo showed for Crook. Tay is acting nasty to Carmen already. Check out her words, the way she talks to Carmen. I saw that. I'll show that tomorrow. Let me write it down. All right. Like I said, Tate wants to remain celibate until they get married. Oh my God. Coach, you are a comedian. You are so funny. I have some orange tea. Oh, that sounds delicious, Miss Jackie. That sounds amazing. I wouldn't want to be Tate when she reaps what she sows. You don't take advantage of people just because you can. I absolutely agree. People lose their homes, often gambling, business owners, regular homeowners, and etc. They do. That's why Take is in control and give her money to gamble and keep the rest for her own use. Alva Watts said, I got a feeling Carmen is going to hurt Tay when Tay tells her it's over. I just don't see Carmen serving up a 2-piece and a biscuit. I don't see it. Listen, I'm not clairvoyant. I don't know all things. You know, I always tell you all this, but she can't whip my ass. I can tell you that. But y'all know I have lots of brothers. And so, you know, I grew up boxing, definitely. I just don't see it. I got a feeling Crook is going to hurt. Oh, we said that already. Now, well, let me go back to your comment right quick. So Took, which would be Tay. Took, she looked like she might be a little scrappy. You know what I'm saying? I don't see. I mean, it probably will be like a fair fight and a tussle and all that stuff, but I don't see her just folding her up like an embryo, like she said, a fetus, like she said she would do to Latrice. Well, she must have been high as hell that day, talking crazy like that. That's why Take is in control and gives her money to gamble and keep the rest for her own use. I could believe that. Shakeler. Sorry if I butchered your name up. I apologize. Going back out only to find herself under that bridge when they were feeding as temp home. God can take you from 10 to 0 like that. Everything you took 30 years to build up, blood, sweat, tears, lessons learned, yeses and nos from people, who can make or break you. 30 years, it could take you 50 years, and God can bring it down like that. I don't feel sorry for Carmen. She have done some dirty stuff. I'm back in the bedroom. Okay, Cherry. Nandy, read my comment, please. She has posted the bell ringing video and making money off innocent people. Listen, I posted it first. It's in my live. From last night we watched it. She'd definitely be in these rooms watching and listening because that was years ago. And as soon as I posted it and I had the person who rang the bell actually on my platform live spilling the beans, now she wants to post it. It doesn't put you in a good light, ma'am, at all. So I don't know why you posted it. So if Crook's credit isn't right, how can she purchase a house in Texas? Well, it's going to be all in Take's name. That's probably right. It'll be all in Take's name. In which, and that is the case, then she'll be in the same situation she's in right now, having to get out when the owner of that house gets tired of your shit. I think the court case will be settled out of courts. She's going to get what she got coming to her. Carmen is a mug. It must be from New York. We say that up there all the time. I'm hungry in a mug. Take wants her 12-day vacation. I heard that around Christmas. She's going to tolerate dumb Crook. I think Crook is fishing around to see who will buddy up and buy her next house. She should ask Darius since they're back talking. No, the fuck she shouldn't. Why would he sign buy her house? Let's see. Take. No. Your credit's messed up. You're not responsible with your money. You have a payee your damn self, but you somebody else's payee. What takes real motive if Crook is broke or going broke? We'll see. We shall soon see. Now that she doesn't have the income from the trucks coming in, she doesn't have the income from the spice line coming in. The sauce line belongs to Ashley, okay? And so does the coating belong to Ashley. So her income has been cut significantly. And she makes most of her money now on social media. That's how she makes her money. That's why you see so much drama between them. But now that she has, should I promote this? Yeah, that's okay. So now she switched her drama to a different page that she and Take has, right? It's some other page. I don't know the name, and don't post the name in the room because we're not giving them any press. But they're now on a page that they had before that it was defunct. It wasn't working or anything like that. But they have, been posting on it the last day or so in an attempt to take the drama from the cooking page and take it over to this other page that they had. It ain't gonna work. Like, people really tired of you. and going to bed with my husband is true merch. Did you ever see Snapped on the ID channel? What episode of Carmen is coming on? Oh my God. Carmen's not going to tell Take it's over. Hey, is your name D? My name is Nandy, but people calls me D all the time. So yes, that is my name. That Cash App, that is, but please know, whoever you are who did it, I'm not the one to play with, baby. I promise you, I'm already in touch with the authorities and Cash App, 100%. Like, but no, my Cash App name, is $. Let me put it in the room. Because so many people ask me this all the time, like, hey, which one is yours? And I'm sure that fake one has been getting like some money. Let me see. My Cash App is super simple. It's just DEE7900. That's it. $DEE 7900. Super, super simple. And thank you for that. I appreciate you asking so that I can clear that up for people who are sending stuff. And again, you all are not obligated to send me anything. I'm still going to bring this tea and I'm still going to be thorough with it. Okay. However, if you want to leave a tip, because I definitely do be putting my time in talking to you. I could be in my bed right now, sleep, but I'm not. I'm up entertaining you jokers. Yeah, it costs time and money to do this. Trust me. Let's see. Now, Boss Lady's son opened his business, only 17 years old. So proud of him. And he has his own page. That's awesome. Well, he gonna learn from his mama, baby, how to make a business shake. Okay. Crook has a gold mine with Boss Lady. She will never have another BL. Hell no, she won't. That's like once in a lifetime. This is how Crook looks when spying reading the comments. Hi. You think stud with a man or a woman? I don't know what that means, Monica. Money making family. Yes, Boss Lady. And you know what? When Boss Lady talks about her son, the highest, she always, like, you know, she's very, we talked about this before about talking to your kids in a certain way. That will either make or break their esteem when they get older, right? You calling your child, you stupid, you so dumb, you're a bitch, you know, like that definitely does happen in a lot of households, right? Across the board, black, white, but in our community, it does happen. But the way that she reaffirms her son, you know, that I'm here with my handsome son, Matthias, my brilliant son, you know, that definitely goes a long way for a child's self-esteem, for the way that they you know, just the way they move in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be shook if somebody call you, you know, beautiful if you're a girl, when you first start getting out there in the world, because your family has already told you you're beautiful or smart or whatever it may be. And then, you know, if you meet a guy and he's telling her all these, you know, nice things about her, just souping her head up, yeah, that's how these girls be falling prey and victim to a lot of these guys. So I love the way that Boss Lady speaks to her son, and you know, she speaks positive affirmations to him and all that stuff all the time. Let's see. You deserve it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, Coach. 4:34. I'm really going to bed again. Have a good night, Queen. All right. Have a blessed night, Queen. You too, Alva. It's always good to see you in here. Both ladies does the same thing with Ashley. Boss Lady is called a boss for a reason. And you know, Carmen always like to throw it up in our face. Yeah, her name is Boss Lady. I gave her that name. Okay, I said Boss Lady. I gave her that name. Okay. You gave her that name. Why? Why? Because you saw how she moved. Okay. If it's fitting, if it was fitting when you gave it to her, it's not fitting now. You want to take, you want to take credit for her being a boss? Come on. I call most of my friends boss. Definitely. I don't know if it's a New York thing, but I definitely, my friends who are bosses, I absolutely call them boss all the time. Boss Lady is helping Ashley as well. Miss Cleo is so envious of Boss Lady. They're approximately the same age, I think. I can't watch that lady. Is you mad? First of all, I'm gonna need you to get your grammar correct, okay? John with this fake ass profile. Is you mad because Crook makes more money than you? She does make more money than me. I'm not gonna lie. She's getting these Facebook checks at $60,000, $70,000 a month. Then the TikToks and the click clocks and whatever else she's doing. No, but believe me, baby, I'm not mad. I'm not even gonna block you for that ignorant ass comment. If you've been on this page before, you know that the reason I have an axe to grind with Crook is because she's cheated me out of my money too. All of you, me, anyone who's poured into her life financially or through support and watching her videos, she's cheated us all. So Take is going to take the money and haul ass. Ouch, my hand. I know that's right. Block his ass, coach. All right. These people getting on here crack me up talking about you must be jealous, you must want her, she must da 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 da. Ciao, bye. No. First of all, I'm straight. Second of all, if I was gay, she damn sure wouldn't be my cup of tea at all. Let's see. I think Take will go on with the wedding just to get her name on certain documents. Boom. That's what I think too. Because baby, that insurance policy hits different when it's your spouse. And your spouse has, listen, one of my jobs when I first started working in healthcare was an underwriter. I used to be a medical underwriter for a major insurance company. And I will tell you that it was my job to assess risk of people who send in applications to us, right? So if you are working for, any insurance company, when people send in their life insurance applications, let's say Crook, let's use her as an example. She sends in an application for $2-3 million for life insurance. So it was my job to assess how much risk she would be to the insurance company, and decided to approve her application or not, right? So a few of the things that we look at as underwriters, I'm still a chartered life underwriter. I don't do underwriting anymore, but that's definitely in my wheelhouse. So we look at, so when applications comes in, we immediately order what's called a paramedical or an abbreviated medical exam. We send someone out to your home to do a short exam on you, to take blood from you, check your heart rate, your BMI, all that stuff. It's an abbreviated exam, right? So we wait for that to come back. In the meantime, what I do is order your medical records for the last 10 years. All right. And I pour through all those. I told you I was going to medical school, but I changed my mind because, I could still impact healthcare on the operational side. And I do. So I order your medical records to be sent over electronically to me for the last 10 years. I pour through all that data. I look for things like, if you were ever diagnosed as depressed. A lot of people don't know what the underwriters look for, but I am a chartered life underwriter, so I'll tell you what we look for. We look for things like depression in your medical record history. We look for things like, if you were ever suicidal. Those are like no's off the bat. Okay. Most especially for the depression. If you were recommended to a doctor, I look to see if you were recommended for treatment. And then I look to see if you ever followed up with that. And are there any medical records in the system or that was sent over for the, for you getting help for that depression? If no, that's a no. That's a hard no for your life insurance policy. You can go somewhere else, but you're not going to get it anywhere else either. You ever attempted suicide? That's a no. Okay. So we look at things like that. I look at your entire health, right, for the last 10 years. Do you smoke? Are you a smoker or non-smoker? What's your BMI? That's definitely taken into account too. We also look at your occupational history, like what you like to do for fun, right? Or your recreational things. Do you do dangerous sports like jet skiing? Things like that. That's taken into consideration. And your blood pressure for the last, usually I don't go back 10 years, I go back like 3 years for blood pressure. And you take all the blood pressure readings every time a person goes into an office, right? This is how it's done. So you've been to the doctor for the last 3 years. And when you go to the doctor, of course, they take your blood pressure. You go to the doctor or a hospital, whatever. So what we do as underwriters is we take all of those readings for like the last 2 or 3 years, and we get the average for them, right? You all know how to get the average for something. You add them all up, and then you divide by the number of blood pressure readings there are. So you get the average. And, that's how we find out, what someone's, heart health has been for the last 3 years, right? Have you been stressed? A lot of things, a lot goes into it. And at the end, after I do all my assessments and I look to see what your worth is. If you're asking for a $10 million policy, but you only make $10 an hour, that shit's not going to happen. All right, at all. So the way that we assess a person's worth, really, there's really no other way to put it, is what's their earning potential, right? How much have they already earned, and what's their earning potential? That's why policies for older people cost a bit more money, because your earning potential starts to decline the older you get. You're 25 years old and you're making $100,000 a year. We're going to give you a policy with a low premium rate because you have the potential. We presume you're going to be alive for a longer time. And so your policy, you'll be making those policy premiums. And, we're okay with, giving low policy rates and stuff like that for younger people. So that's just some of the inside information that we know and that we do from an underwriting perspective. Now, Carmen, if I applied it to her real life situation right now, and she asked for, let's say Tay took out an insurance policy on her, which I'm sure she will, for $3 million or $2 million. And she'll say, because we ask, okay, you want a policy for $3 million? You want to put a rider on it? A rider is when you get a regular policy. Let's say you want insurance for $100,000 and you add a rider onto it. Like if there's an accident, right? If she dies in a motorcycle crash, you get extra money. You get maybe an extra $500,000 or extra $1 million, whatever it is, if it's an accident. If you sever your finger, a lot of times, if you are somewhere and you're working, you can cash in on some of your insurance policy if you lose a finger or a thumb, right? So dismemberment is what it's called. So dismemberment rider that they add on top of the policy that you have. Lots of different things. But right now, Crook being 60 years old, we would look at her earning potential again for like the next 20 years or so. She'll be 80. So, but also we look at her financial, portfolio for the last 5 or 10 years. And she hasn't filed taxes. She can say she worked, doing X, Y, and Z. She said she couldn't even prove her income to get a house, is what she said out her own mouth. So she probably will be a hard decline. And if we didn't decline her, right, let's say she came up with something to substantiate she's made money from the I Got You brand, or whatever, she still would have a higher premium. She drinks. We take all that stuff into account. Do you drink? Do you do drugs? That's what the blood test is for when it comes back. So those kinds of things. Let me see what you all are saying in the comments. Let's see. Thanks for this info, but I'm 61 now. Carmen is too old also. Yvette said very interesting. Let's see. Man, smoker, is it for me? Denied? No, you won't be. So what happens when we get someone in decent health condition, but they're a smoker? You don't get denied. We have what's called a standard policy, right? Or above standard policy. We have smoker policies, right? So you can still absolutely, like, insurance companies wouldn't make any money if they decline people because they're smokers. You just get charged more money. Your premium is definitely going to be higher because you'll have what's called an approved policy, but it's a smoker policy. Let's see. Another thing I want to tell you all about when you go to the doctors, this is super important. If you ever want to apply for life insurance, medical insurance, that kind of stuff, you need to be very careful and we all need insurance policies on ourselves. So, so this really pertains to everyone. You need to be super careful. Hear me good. You need to be super careful when you go to your doctor's office. What time? We can't go over 4 hours because they're not going to approve this video. When you go to the doctor's office, you think that you're in the doctor's office. When the doctor walks into the room, you think it's okay to talk to him, y'all are buddy, and you start telling him or her that, hey, doc, hey, y'all making small talk. Yeah, I've been super depressed lately. And they'll ask you, that's one of the quality measures. I know because I help draft the policy measures for a lot of the policies across the country. But they will, all that shit that you tell them, like you just shooting the bobo, as we call it in New York. You just kicking it. You just talking, just confiding in your doctor. Yeah, I've been real depressed lately. I haven't been myself. They write that shit down and they put it in your medical record. And when it comes across the desk of an underwriter, that shit, you can be denied for insurance just by having a casual conversation with your doctor. I'm not saying don't be honest with your doctor, but I'm saying if you've been feeling down lately, they'll put that shit in as possibly suicidal and certainly depressed. All right. And they even ask you now when you go to the doctor's office, have you been feeling down or depressed lately? Blah, 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 blah. That shit goes in your record. So just be super careful when you are talking to your doctor and think you're having a casual conversation and they're writing everything down that you say and putting it in your chart, as they should, but that will not reflect on you positively when you go and look for life insurance for yourself. Trust me. Let's see. My PCP just asked me today. That's right. Unicorn, I love your name. You know that. Unicorn, choose your words wisely. Now, who else is dropping knowledge like this? Your content creators, et cetera, et cetera. Who else? Who else be educating y'all like this? I ain't never seen it, but maybe they do. But I love talking with you guys. I think there are certain things that you should share with people that you know, because we talked about this yesterday. I said, and I maintain that the information that you have and things that you know is not for you. It's for you to share with other people around you, right? So let's see. Crook might already have a policy. Took knows what's up. Take has a policy in the making on Cook. She has a sugar mama that's a few years older than her. Yes. Let's see. Yes, that's what Crook did. So she have a big life insurance policy. Let's see. I don't know why some of these. She will get that insurance policy before Crook reports to jail. Can same-sex couples legally get married in Texas? I'm not sure. I don't know. Can somebody Google that right quick? I think so. They should be able to. Let's see. Choose your weight. I read it. I've already read that one. Let's see. If you're seeing a psychiatrist, does that work against you? It could. Depends on what you're seeing a psychiatrist for. Now, the fact that you are seeing someone and getting help for it, that definitely is to your favor. But if you've been denied as, bipolar, any type of psychological diagnoses, and you don't follow up, literally, we look for when you get diagnosed, it's in the charts, and all that stuff. And then what we do is we look for the referral, right? Your doctor's going to refer you out. If your doctor decides that you need mental help or, counseling or drug counseling, whatever it may be, we look for that referral. We look for the doctor's name that the referral came from. And then we reach out to that doctor, the referring doctor, that your doctor said, okay, go to this psychiatrist. We look for that name. We call him or her and we ask for your medical records. We do. And if they don't come back, or they say we don't have anything for her, they haven't been here, yes, that's an automatic decline, 100%. D, my name is Nandy. My friends call me D, but you call me Nandy. D, are those Colonial life insurance policies? My family mostly calls me D, I should say. Are those Colonial Life policies advertised on TV legit? Yes. Yep. They are legit, but they're usually like burial policies, right? So if you know that you don't really have money saved up or, whatever, you get these policies like the Colonial Life and, all of those. And they're not large, what's called face values, right? A face value of a policy is how much you're actually trying to get from the insurance company. So they're just burial policies, $10,000, 15, something small like that. But yes, they are legitimate. Good information. Didn't know that. Thank you. You're most welcome, Benita. If you quit smoking and drinking, how do y'all check it out? Now that's a good question because people write all the time on the insurance applications. I wish I had one up. Maybe next time we go live, I'll put one in my PowerPoint and we'll look at some of the questions and I'll tell you how we balance, your risk assessment. This is a good question. If you quit smoking or drinking, how do y'all check that? So there's a question on every life insurance application. It asks you, are you a smoker? And you check yes or no. But then it goes into, if you check no, if it's no, have you ever smoked? So are you a smoker? Yes or no. Have you ever smoked? And then if you've ever smoked, we want to know how long ago was it that you quit? So you can't say that you can say it, but we'll know differently. First of all, a couple of things. When you go to your doctor, your PCP, he knows that you're still smoking, obviously, of course, and he puts that in your record. That's one of the quality measures that's collected also every year, right? Your HEDIS, your stars, quality measures. One of the questions, again, is when you go to your doctor's office, what they ask you, hey, are you still smoking? Da da da. Your doctor writes that down in your file every year. So you can't say that, oh, I quit smoking 5 years ago. No, that shit's in your medical record because your doctor's office knows it. Obviously, they're treating you. And so we always know that way, in other ways too. Let's see. But also, Nandy, if you abbreviate your initials on the medical authorization, they cannot have access to your psych records. So psych recs take a special type of HIPAA form. So yeah, that's sensitive information. I love watching your work. When is you starting your broadcast? My podcast. I'm looking into it now. 2015, same-sex is legal in Texas. Thank you for that. I really like this lady. She is smart and very informative. Thank you for that, Carrie. I appreciate that. I think Carmen may have to transfer her money if charges are brought against her. She will. Whenever you sign your authorization release, you can avoid access to your psych records. Whenever you sign your authorization release, you can avoid access or revoke access or don't give people access to any of your records. It literally says, all records, right? You've seen that. Do you give us consent to check all of your records through a certain date, your psych records, da 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 da. So it gets really detailed. Hello, Coach. What state are you in? I'm in Georgia. How many policies can a person have? One on yourself. This is a good question. Okay, so when an application goes in, comes across my desk, I don't do this anymore, but I did this for quite some time. When an application goes across an underwriter's desk, one of the first things that we do is look to see if you have other applications out there pending and you're trying to get 2 policies, 3 policies, for an amount that you can't get with one company. Like, so let's say you're like, damn, I want a $3 million policy. So I'm gonna go with MetLife, Aetna, and Prudential and do my applications at the same time. We know we have certain systems. And we ask you, first of all, have you applied anywhere else? Are you pending anywhere else? And we trust, but we verify. So you cannot have, and if you do have one out there that's already 100,000, 200, however much, whatever your worth is, we know that too. And then it's a decline. Like, no, you're trying to get more policies to increase your, perceived worth. and we perceive that you're only worth $50,000. Now you're trying to get $5 million by going to different companies. We know. But you can have more than one policy as long as it doesn't exceed your perceived net worth, if that makes sense. So if you're worth $100,000, you can have a policy from, Colonial Penn for 50 and MetLife for 50, so you can have multiple policies in that way. Let's see. So what if a person smokes weed? How do they treat that as a smoker? That's a good question. It depends. Is it medicinal? Is it recreational? Because we do ask if you do recreational drugs as well. It depends on the laws for that state. Is weed legal in your state? Not you, but per se, but weed is not legal here in Georgia. It is in California. So the underwriting guidelines will be different from state to state for different things. Let's see. How can insurance companies get your medical records if you're by HIPAA? I don't know what that means if you're by HIPAA, but once you apply for life insurance, we send you an authorization form to release your medical information to us, right? And so that right there takes care of the whole HIPAA clause. You're giving us permission to get your medical records. When will YouTube let viewers start to send you super chat dollars? My application is pending right now in YouTube because I've definitely met, their little 2 requirements, which I love YouTube for that. So it's pending, and as soon as it's out of review, then that's when they'll release everything. Thank you for asking. Does that insurance policy work like that in all states? I'm in California. You probably asked that before I answered the question. By and large, health insurance policy rules, regulations like ordering the medical records, how far you go back, how you tally up the blood pressure, how you look at the BMI, when their blood work comes back, what's in their blood, or do they have HIV? We test for everything when that blood goes out. So, but certain things like smoking weed and things like that really, really depends on the state. Can you borrow against a policy like a reverse mortgage? Some policies, yes. Thank you for saying all my questions are good questions. Coach, can we talk about the video Carmen did after she met Tay? When the lady came out for an insurance policy, she did blood work. I did see that. I'll write that down. We'll go into that one tomorrow. Okay. We'll go into that one tomorrow. Is it better to go in an office? Hold on. Why is this little overlay keeps coming up? Is it better to go in an office to do the paperwork or over the phone, or does it matter? It does not matter at all. It doesn't. But we will need your what's called wet signature, right? So we'll start working on it. You can send your application over electronically, but you have to drop that wet signature or inked signature, actual ink, in the mail. I'm so glad that you're willing to discuss others besides Crook and Take. It is other things besides Crook and Take. It is appreciated. You're welcome. Great information. Thanks. Which is better, whole life or term? It really just depends on how old you are, different conditions, etc. So as you all know, just to level set, like a term policy, you might get a 20-year policy, right? So you apply for insurance and, you say, I want a 20-year policy, right? I only wanted to go for 20 years or 10 years or, whatever it may be. You can pick the years that you'd like to be insured. That's called the term policy. Or you can get a whole life policy, which is exactly as it says, a whole life. Let's see. Rico should have been set with his own home. Chef could have brought them out. Chef could have bought them out of one. Chef could have bought them one. Chef could have bought them of one for cash. That made me look at her differently, selfish and a user, because she can look out for the homeless, but not look out for Rico in the long term. Rico has been there from day one. That's a good point. Let's see. But we'll go through that other video tomorrow for sure. We'll look at it. I mean, to even be getting a life insurance policy when you just met someone, that shit will raise a red flag to me. Like, okay, you like they're there. That lady that was there drawing the blood. That's again called an abbreviated medical exam. It's called a paramedical exam. Yeah. Oh my God, I get asked that question every time I see my doctor. Now I see why I'm asked that. Yes, your doctor's going to ask you. They have to do what's called a depression screening. That is the name of it. When nurses and doctors, your doctor's not going to ask you, but your nurse, before the doctor comes in, they have certain quality measures that they have to hit all these points, And one of the questions that they have to ask at least once a year, they'll ask you usually every time you go to the doctor's office, but they have to ask it at least once a year to satisfy the quality measures for each patient. They do a depression screening. That's literally the name of it. And if you guys want me to go into that more tomorrow, like show you the forms, because they have two, like they ask you, it's like 3 questions. And then if you say yes to one of them, then they go into additional questions because now they have to dig deeper. And then they have to refer you to see a specialist if they determine that you, in fact, need to see a specialist. And all of that is put in your record. But yes, they are going to ask you every time, hey, have you been sad lately? Have you felt like you just didn't want to do anything? They'll ask you 3 or 4 questions first. And that all goes into your record. So just because you've been sad, you might be sad because your dog died or your cat died or you had a death in the family. If that is the case, you're better off keeping that kind of stuff to yourself, because that's just a temporary depression, right? It's not like you have chronic depression. And that's how it would be put down. Another thing you all need to be aware of, damn, it's 5:00. Another thing you all need to be aware of is a lot of these drugs that your doctor puts you on, like Cymbalta and different drugs to treat like pain or nerve issues. A lot of those drugs are originally were created for people on depression. And so that goes into your record. Like when you take those drugs that are created to primarily treat depression, underwriters see that in your file. A good underwriter will dig deeper and knows that sometimes these drugs are used for different things, but some underwriters will see that and run with it. So I always, like, if I ever go to the doctor and I need something for pain or whatever, I don't get opioids, because that shit is a whole nother story we can talk about another time. Like, that's very dangerous. But I don't let them give me anything that is primarily created to treat depression. No, because I don't want that shit in my file. In fact, that happened to me one year. I forget what it was. I think I told you guys one time I stepped down off the ladder in my garage and I hurt my foot. And they tried to give me something like that, and I was like, no, I don't want that. Like, that's to treat depression. They're like, yeah, it is, but it's also, no, I don't want that shit anywhere in my file. And they still put it in because the doctor had approved it before I told them no. So it was still part of my record, and I made a big deal and had them take it out my record, which was an act of Congress, because once stuff goes in your medical record, it's like impossible to get the doctor's office to take it out. They're not supposed to. Let's see. If you cannot get an insurance policy, is it wise to buy yourself a pre-need with a funeral home? Yes, definitely. 100%. Listen, I had a cousin who was definitely a killer. I shouldn't say that. He was a street person. He's much older than I am, and he died in New York, and we didn't know about it, at all. And they, his ex-wife, knew about it, but she didn't tell us about it right away. And she didn't have, when she told us was when she wanted the money for the insurance, to like bury him. He didn't have insurance at all. Of course, he was a street dude, older one at that. And it's so sad because his wife, even though she was like the ex-wife, but not officially, you all need to stop marrying people and then like separating. You know what I'm saying? And talking about, well, we not divorced, we just separated. You need to change that status immediately when you're married to someone and you're no longer effing with that person, because they will have literally control over all your finances, estates, assets, any of that. All right. So he got buried in Potter's Field in New York. And you all know what that is. It's a field of unmarked graves where they put, people who didn't claim the body, or homeless people who had no family. They're buried in Potter's Field. And that's where, where he is. And it's so sad. Let's see. Somebody said, yes, get a burial insurance so your family doesn't have that burden. Hi, Alexa, you're just joining. We are going to be winding down in a minute here. Thank you for this information. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for, to entertain and educate you. And you all can entertain and educate me as well. I don't know everything. I'm never going to go on record for saying I know everything. I am a lifelong learner. Veronica, yeah, Potter's Field is a John Doe. I am almost 60 years old. I can't see it. And I bought my burial policy at the age of like 36, paid for it for almost 9 years at $31 a month. My funeral is paid for, no car washes. Good. That's awesome. Crook went to the dentist yesterday. Yep, we looked at that already. It was hilarious. I'm glad you mentioned this. More reason to be more anal when receiving our prescriptions. 100%. Do not let them, if you're not battling depression, do not let them give you all that, all those different drugs, Cymbalta, no. And make sure when you leave the doctor's office, you go to the portal and you read your medical record. That's super important too. You want to know what your doctor said, what he put in the record about you, what prescriptions they have on file for you. If you don't agree with them, you need to call them immediately. Kelly said, I'm late and not sure what y'all talking about, but I got denied life insurance because I've been diagnosed with depression and other things that's on my medical record, but I'm not on any medication. So by me not treating my illness, all insurances denies me. I just told y'all that. I mean, not to you, Kelly, but this just confirms what I just told y'all. She just told you, which is what I told you 10 minutes ago. If you are diagnosed as having depression and you're not getting treated for, we will scour the earth to look for records to see if you got treated for it, if it's being addressed. And then, you'll probably have a higher premium, but you're not an automatic decline. But if you were diagnosed and you don't have any record of going to see a doctor and getting treated, yes, you are a huge risk and you will get denied, just as Kelly said. They denies her. Yes, I would love to have Rico talk. Rico's not going to do that. He's like blindly devoted to Chef, Carmen, Cook, whatever. Hospitals do that on admission. You do that. Hospitals do that on admission? Do you review those records? Hospitals do that on admission. Sometimes we order hospital records, but most of the time we just order your medical records, right? And we look for it in there. Nandy, can you inform us on how the HIPAA law? Can you inform us on the HIPAA law and how we can avoid access to our only /only psych reps? It is true that they cannot access psych reps. It is true that they cannot access psych reps under the HIPAA law if you signed a release. They cannot, listen, insurance companies, doctors, anyone, no one can order unless it's subpoenaed by the court. No one can access your medical records just, across the board. Just even if you sign, you have to give consent to, and you have to be specific in your consent. A lot of people don't know that. They get a HIPAA form or form for sharing their data, right? Their medical records with other healthcare practitioners and even subcontractors. So if you go to, Dr. John, but he subcontracts out through another doctor, that they're covered under that HIPAA policy as well. But what a lot of people don't know is when you're filling out that HIPAA form or that medical authorization release form, you can specify on it, I only want records from this doctor, or I only want records from this time period, or, all my records except psych records. You can write on the form and even say that and put your initials by it. So if it's not there as an option for you, so you can always restrict access to your medical records. And then when they send that form, because they have to send the authorization release form to every doctor that you're trying to get the information from, when it goes to your psych doctor, they will ask for the HIPAA form, and they will see your writing on it that says, I don't authorize you to release my psych records. And that's it. It's just that simple. Let's see. Beverly said, I really enjoy this page. Thank you. I appreciate that. I paid almost $17,000 cash for my daughter's funeral. She didn't have a policy. It's definitely wise to have. I'm sorry to hear about your daughter, but it's definitely wise to have an insurance policy. Even if you're young, a lot of young people think they're invincible, or older people don't want to talk about death. I mean, Prince died and he didn't have a will. That's insane. Insane. A lot of people die and don't have a will because they feel like they'll get around to it eventually. What's the best insurance company for a 61-year-old woman? I'm retired on disability due to having a leg amputated. I couldn't afford my life insurance from a previous job. I understand. I just don't want my sons to be burdened with my final expenses. So you can get insurance company through the regular channels, right? And then we also have what's called like a subprime, if that makes sense. And that's like your Travelers, Fidelity. They have when we have hard to insure people across the board, any insurance company, we send them off to the people who they specialize in insuring heavy smokers, maybe the person diagnosed with depression. So we don't take on the full blunt of the risk. So it's called reinsurers, right? That's what it's called. So if you're getting denied through like traditional channels, and usually if you apply through an insurance company, let's say MetLife or Prudential or any of the major insurance companies, usually what happens is they will get your application in. Well, maybe they won't do this, but if you go through an insurance broker, their job is to get your application in and farm it out to different companies, right? So they send it out to Swiss Re. Swiss Re is a great resource for people who are hard to insure through traditional means, because like you said, you have some health challenges, etc. Swiss Re is definitely one of the top insurance companies to look at if you are concerned that you won't get approved through traditional channels. And be prepared, you're going to spend more money. But I would recommend that if you can't get a policy through traditional means, and if you apply, I'll go back to the broker part in a minute too, because I know I touched on that and then I moved away from it. But I would recommend that if you can start saving money right now for your own burial. You don't have to give it to an insurance company. If you expect to live another 10, 20 years, not you, but a person, whomever, put money away. The money that you would have been paying for your premium, you can save that money and put it into an account that you can't touch. You know what I'm saying? So you can always do that. You want to give your premium every month to an insurance company. Why don't you just save it? You can do that. And that way you'll have your own money to pay for your insurance, and you don't have to go through all the rigmarole, jumping through hoops to get approved. Are you an automatic decline if you have high blood pressure? No. So it depends. Again, I told you all how we arrive at, the average of blood pressures. We'll go over the last year, maybe 2, sometimes 3. We'll also look at that blood pressure from your Paramed report. And we'll put them all in. If you have high blood pressure, if you're on medication and it's being controlled, which you should be anyway, not just to get a policy, but no, people have high blood pressure all the time. Now your policy is going to be, it's not going to be preferred. So again, there are different tiers to insurance policies. So you have your standard-ish, your standard rate. You have preferred, right? If you're in good health, you're young, you're healthy, or you're older and you're healthy, we'll give you a preferred policy or preferred rate. right? So that's a lower premium rate, and you're in good health overall. You don't have any, you're a non-smoker, so it's preferred non-smoker. And then you have your preferred smoker, right? So you are a smoker, but you're healthy in other areas. And so many different levels to this stuff that a lot of people don't know. And I'm happy to share the information with you. But back to the broker thing, when you find an insurance broker, life insurance broker, give them your application and they'll send it out to lots of different places. Kind of like how you do with your car insurance if you go through a broker. And then they'll get back to you and tell you who approved you, how much, they'll give you a tentative rate, right? Nothing is confirmed until I do my job and the other underwriters do our jobs, but we'll give you an estimated rate for what we think you'll come back. So they do what's called a soft underwriting, or not express, but a soft underwriting. Just looking, not having audited your records, but just looking at, what you put on your application, right? And then all that's we trust, but we're going to verify. So let's see. I've been diagnosed with depression, and thank God I have a life insurance policy. Yeah, if you get that policy before you get that diagnosis, they can't kick you off. And a lot of people don't know that President Obama made things like that possible for people. There was a time before President Obama became president. It was definitely the policy that if you had a chronic health condition, if you had AIDS, if you were diabetic, blah, 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 insurance companies could just straight up be like, nah, we don't want to give you a health insurance policy. We're talking about health insurance now, right? Going to the doctor every day, that kind of policy. Not every day, but, going to the doctor. But President Obama, with the Affordable Care Act, has mandated and changed the way that we do healthcare in this country. You can no longer decline someone because they have cancer. That was a big deal. You had cancer and you applied for health insurance? No one would touch you with a 10-foot pole. So now they can't discriminate. They have to take everyone, regardless of your medical status. And a lot of people don't know that. They call it Obamacare, which is a slur. It's a way to be shady. It's not what it's called. It's called the Affordable Care Act. But right-wing Republicans, they of course they were trying to slur the whole that whole movement about affordable care, but they've benefited from it too. I mean, there was a congressman, he came out, he was a Republican, saying, I know I talk stuff about, it didn't hit home until it hit him, right? That he had a chronic life-threatening illness and he still was able to get insurance because of the Affordable Care Act. So lots of good things came out of the Affordable Care Act. Jane said you're giving excellent information. People pay for the knowledge you're giving. They do. So if you guys feel moved to give me a tip, please feel free to do so. It's not required. I'm still going to come on and talk my talk, but let's see. My mother had insurance with the funeral home to pay for burial. Yep, you can do that too. We didn't even have a family car. We had a viewing the day before and funeral next day. Okay. Is it expensive to get disability insurance for an older person? That depends. It depends on what their disability is. It depends on how long they were disabled. Are they going to recover? But generally, typically, if they're older and they have like what's called comorbidities. And comorbidities, again, just a level set, because I don't want to ever talk over anyone's head. I mean, you all probably know this, but I still like to just, level set for it, so everyone is on the same page. So that's when you have more than one chronic health problem, right? So comorbidity. So you have COPD and you have diabetes and you have, hypertension. Those are what's called comorbidities. And a lot of people died during COVID because they did have comorbidities. If you have a savings for this, please make sure you put a payee on the account that day, on the account that day of death. That's a good point, Arnett. That's right. If you have a savings account, it's super important that you put someone on there, because the government will hold that forever and or take it. So make sure you have like a payee on your bank accounts and stuff. That's true. Obama did more than folks know. Has anyone thought about Crook might be working under the table? Is why she has not filed taxes? No, I think boss lady is probably taking care of business the right way. I'm sure she is. Crook just has she makes it and she spends it. But maybe. I see a lot of commercials on TV for life insurance, no questions asked. Just wondering if they're legit. Okay, so like different insurance companies like Farmers Life and Colonial, even I don't know that they do, so let me not mention that one. But they have these it's called a guaranteed policy is what they're called. That's the terminology for it. You guarantee to get a policy. If you blind, cripple, or crazy, they don't give a damn. All right, those policies are burial prop, but you're not gonna get $100,000 off of those, or even probably 10,000. It's usually like a $5,000 policy or less, because any reputable company is going to want to assess your health mentally and physically. Bottom line, people, please get life insurance for you and your children. What else? My husband is retired military. Wow, it's still 600 and something of y'all in here. That's crazy. My husband is retired military and retired fire captain. We have face value and will be cremated. Already paid for, so there will be plenty of money left for someone else. I don't know why people pay $20, $30, even $10,000 or more for funerals. Like, you're just literally, that's a waste of money. It's a waste of money. You know, they put you in these expensive, coffins, and those coffins go right into the ground. You just literally go 6 feet under. It's crazy to me. Like, I don't want that. I don't want a viewing. I do not want to be buried at all, ever. Like, go ahead and cremate my body. That's what I want. Let's see. Please have a will. Please have a will. I went through hell with my family. They tried to take my grandkids too, thinking they was going to get some money. I believe it now. Bottom line, don't go telling anyone about your business. Crook is a perfect example. So my siblings got in their feelings because I made my nieces and nephews beneficiaries for my big policy and only giving them enough for cremation and family vacation. You can do that. On your insurance policy, you have to have a beneficiary. You can have co-beneficiaries too, right? You have, let's say, your mom and your dad, and you want to make them co-beneficiaries, so they'll get equal amounts, or you decide how much you want them to have, right? And then you have what's called contingent beneficiaries. That's if you die and your mom and dad dies too. Let's say y'all were all in a terrible accident, and that happens, or your parents died before you, and then you die. It's always important to have contingent beneficiaries, because those are the people who will get the money in your family, your friends, whomever, contingent upon, the death of the people who were supposed to get it before them. And that happens a lot, trust me. They dump the bodies out the caskets and resell them. I do not doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. Listen, it's we have 7 minutes before the 4-hour mark. I found out the hard way that 4 hours is all the time that Facebook will give you. On YouTube, I keep going, but on Facebook, they only give you 4 hours. I guess most people don't run over 4 hours, but y'all know how we do in here. We talk, we're gonna cut up, and we're also gonna learn some things too from each other in here. So we're almost at that mark. So I don't have to edit this video, which I probably will anyway for other reasons, but I'm going to go ahead and end this live. But you all know I will be around in these Facebook streets. Continue to talk amongst yourselves in the comments area. I appreciate all of your questions. Let me see. You use your voice use your voice to plan your funeral while you are still alive. I agree. Learned so much. Thank you and good morning. Good night. Good night. Thank you for this, all this good information. How much should a person have? We can talk about that more tomorrow. But you should apply for how much, money you make, your salary. So we'll get into it tomorrow. I'll tell you about how your most employers have already paid for an insurance policy on you. If you're working in corporate, you get a life insurance policy. They usually do 2 times your pay. Whatever your salary is, they will pay for up to 2 times your pay, and then you can apply for more. So, and you get automatically approved with that, because the insurance companies that partner with jobs and businesses, they agree to take on whatever risk it is. So if you have a job, if you're disabled or whatever, get a job in corporate, and then they can't deny you for your life insurance. I don't know if you all knew that, but yeah. So enjoyable and informative. Thank you. All right. Well, I appreciate you all. I want to get my son's name on the deed at the title company. I still have mortgage, just want to protect him. Is this hard to do? Not at all. It's not hard at all. Get with a realtor, and they will walk you through it, or even a title company. They will definitely. It's super simple to do. That's how Crook got on the insurance policy with Boss. She added her to it. So make sure you guys like this live. You heart it, give it a heart emoji, all that stuff. Like it on the way out. Make sure you share it. And again, tips are absolutely not necessary. I do not require them. I'm coming on here and giving you the good anyway. But if you like to do that, you certainly can do that too. I really appreciate my time with you all. I do not take it for granted. I know that you could be sleeping, or you could be doing so many other things, but you're not. You're right here. You're tuned in. You're engaged, and I appreciate that. So I will catch you all in the Facebook streets, and I hope you all have a great night or morning. Bye.